Hello? Are we back? We have returned. Hello? Sorry, internet. As always, being stupid. Here we go! Woo! Minecraft. Show me the Minecraft. Yeah! Show me the Minecraft! Show me the Minecraft. I have a lot of backgrounds now, and I can change them more often, which makes me very happy. But also, I probably shouldn't change them too often, because then I'll start to get distracted. Every time because like I wouldn't even notice them, the Dalaran and Hellfire Peninsula, because I was so used to it. But I know everybody else notices them. You're here. Yes, hello, welcome. I hope you enjoyed the theme park. Theme parks are quite fun. Here we are at Ascension Academy. Be-do-do-do-do, be-do-do-do-do, be-do-do-do-do-do. Your leggies hurt? Understandable. My legs always hurt, so I know how you feel. Ooh, Minecraft.
No, shit.
I can't believe it.
Available right now.
I've been having fun with the teleport feature. I was like, okay, who can I bother today?
Who am I going for today, bitches? Mistress can just step out from behind corners wherever people are now.
You're not wrong. Just fucking Dumbledore that shit. Hello.
She's using the slipways.
It's Jonas. Just like, you know, I'm in Viz, just kind of fucking around, see something going on, be like, okay then.
But it fits for the character, I guess.
Oh, true. It does fit in the tree.
What's going on here, children?
What the fuck is this?
Immediately stepping out from behind a really thin tree. What's going on here?
Ascension ends at 2 a.m. for me. And I have to work.
Music? Demon speed?
Once I get home, I only have like glass.
Wee! Hibbity-bibbity! Wee!
Oh shit, I gotta set up questionably.
Good luck.
I don't envy having to go to class.
Zoomies. Zoomies.
Are you gonna do the thing I messaged you about?
Zoomies. Zoomies.
I mean,
Zoomies. Zoomie.
Today I might have that. Let's go.
Zoomies.
oh my god.
Wee!
No,
She's just
no,
so
this is
There for the longest time, and everyone just kept poking me. Only joy I got out just laying there. The little break. We had very little training. We were supposed to be able to throw bombs. I never figured out how to still.
There we go.
Oh, you're fine. I mean,
Well, it's good to see you. Yes, entirely. I want to look pretty with the moonlight.
like,
Ooh, 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 ooh. You had a Charlie horse? Aw, fuck. I love those. They're awful. They really suck. They really royally suck.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah, Flora's gonna wear the same outfit she wore last year. I just have to fix the fizz bones on it. And I need to fix Flora's fizzy bones in general, but I'm working on Crescent's outfit first. If you're subscribbled, you can look in the spoilerino chat, the sneaky preview chat, and have a looky-see at what that looks like. A Charlie horse is a very bad cramp on your thing, in your calf when you're dehydrated. Hurts real bad. You can look at it. You have a subby, Fantasies. You may look at it. You just need to connect your Twitch and your Discord. If you have not already, then you should be able to see it. At least Crescents. Flora's, I don't remember if What's in there? Floras, though, I can just scroll back a bit because it's not really a spoilerino because everybody's seen it. There she is. Gorgeous woman. Look how pretty she is. I had a full scratch little dress made for her, and I rigged the bottom of the dress all by myself. Very proud of it. I made the veil all by myself. It'll come around. Here we go. There it is. There's the veil. Very pretty. And Liz designed it. It has physics, yes. I will be improving those, or rather just fixing them. Because right now they are broken. It's very pretty. I am very proud of that dress. It's very gorgeous. Very good. Very poggers. It's kind of my favorite thing ever.
Towel.
May I offer you a towel in these trying times?
We're gonna see if Lulu shows up. If Lulu shows up, we might have a fully crescent day. If Lulu does not show up, then we might have a fully... Or if Lulu does show up, then we might have a full Flora day. Well, not a full... We'll have a Flora day and some crescent time at that point. Because I really want some crescent time.
You Gucci fam?
Yeah, I'm just messaging someone.
Okay.
I'm trying to be very careful and smart about it.
No.
Damn.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, strikers are often the controller point of if I'm going to play.
I didn't ask
Not
to be.
official fun. We got salad as an appetizer. Okay, no.
Totally Vanguard. I have the color palette.
I was saying Fischl Thorn because I didn't see any other crystal thorn.
I was literally sitting on the rock like to your right for the majority of the song.
Dumb as hell, bro.
I might not.
It's okay. I love
Oh
you.
my god. Stop being a fucking exorcist. Stop it. Get out of here. Get out of here. Go back to your table.
Man.
No, GMA took it.
Okay.
Alright, hello everybody.
Just
So,
make sure your Discord and
one thing
Discord
from
are
me,
connected.
and then I'll hand it off to the rest of everybody. Nice shot.
And if
well
you're
deserved.
having more trouble, then we can kind of try and help.
Couple things from me. We did some optimization in the dorm area. So hopefully you will feel the effects of that tonight as we continue to do that. Next step is new thing that I need to preface with some warnings, obviously. If you were to look at your speed selection in your personal inventory, there is now a flying button. If you toggle this on, it enables you to fly. How to fly with our flying system is by jumping. This should not be abused, please, but sometimes there might be a use for it. But please don't abuse it. If it does become an issue, we'll just talk to you. It's not going to be an issue. It could be just misunderstandings on when proper use is. But there probably will be proper uses here and there. If you'd like to try it out, now is probably the time. It's just a jump. You just keep jumping.
Look at him go! Look at him go!
Where did he go?
Infinite jump.
Actually levitate now.
Where the fuck? Oh.
Yeah, Aromat.
It's in your DM menu. Excuse me, the speed selection menu. Top right, there is a fairy symbol.
It's a very good
And
way
you
to
can-
to do climbing without climbing on this map.
There you go.
You finally can do that without
That might mean I can finally
Alright,
get up
there
the
we go.
goddamn tree!
That's my only thing. I'll pass on the rest to the rest. If you guys have questions, obviously come talk to me afterwards.
Easy enough.
All right, everybody. Will my guests and attendants stay after? We will be heading in about 10 minutes after RP starts, and we'll just gather in this this assembly hall before we go in. The ball is next week, so Saturday. All those who are attending, guests and whatnot, this Saturday. Yep. You are essentially Actually, staying at the academy on the ship. That'll be your accommodations. The one that you come in on. And then after the ball that night, you will be headed back to your homes. I think that's it for me.
Ascension Valet Service.
We're good.
Alrighty, guys. Everyone who is not one of those guests or attendants, start headed in. We will start RP with the bell. See you in there.
Here I go, here I go, here I go, here I go. Puggers. I hope one of them is. I hope one of them is rude to Flora. You know what? Fucking hope they are. I hope they are. I hope they're mean to me. I hope they're rude as hell.
I believe that is danger.
I hope they're rude as hell. Can test this out. This is a method. Wait. I can get in the tree. I can get in the tree. Yes. I can get in the fucking tree. I'm so happy. Then I can instantly turn that off because I don't need it. Yes! We are in the motherfucking tree. Motherfuckers, we're in. Finally. After all this time, we can return to the top of the tree where we belong! I wouldn't do that in front of anybody, though. I would keep it quiet to myself. Because it doesn't look like I'm climbing. That's a very simple flight system, and I like that a lot. Because a lot of flight systems are really fucking complicated. And that is just jumping. You just jump. I like it. I like it. Picasso. This is our spot. This is where we sleep. I like to imagine that there's a little... She's put a little thing of dirt up here. So she can sleep up here. Because this is where she'd be comfy. Yeah, it's stutter step, but better. Because you actually go up. So I'm going to say we took a pot of dirt up here, and this is where Flora's been sleeping today. Dirt bed. Dirt bed. Dirt bed. Just for her feet. She probably only slept here during a portion of the night. Once maybe Stark returned to his bed. If he did. But yeah, I imagine she could probably have a little vine something or other. Doing the big sleep in some trees. Feels good, man. This is what I've always wanted. Ooh, went down too fast. That's okay. I need to add to her model too soon to take her shoes off. Take her socks off. I know, it's so pretty. So we begin our journey. Taking off the socks. Actually, you know what? This is where she wants to do it. We'll go and... Yes, please do enjoy the spoiler chat. I try to post previews in there pretty much with the exception of if I am working on something like the day of. If I'm working on something the day of, I don't tend to take time to take a screenshot and slap it in there. But I will also answer any spoiler questions that I can in spoiler chat. So if you have a question about characters and their arcs, example is like if you had a question about who Flora's parents were, or a question about Cordelia's past, something like that. I will try and reset it later today.
It can be a breakfast.
It's just another.
It's
It's a sandwich. It's another sandwich. Think of it as a sandwich. I don't know.
tuck it.
Sure.
I'll just tuck it here.
Arashi made lavender tea. Is tea insane?
The hamburger patty with the sausage.
Or do you just stick with water?
Sandwich.
No plant.
Alright, I hold it close.
Oh.
Now I can.
Okay.
Can only eat
get hamburger
meat
very
or
slowly, Jack.
animal products.
There you go.
Look, sometimes capabilities challenge.
Makes sense.
Fair enough.
Oh, I gotta take my medication. Fuck.
Just put
I'll
your
put the burger down.
What day is
Now I
it?
have a question, and I'm not sure if it's insensitive or rude. to
Monday?
ask.
Open the package.
Huh?
Why is there a packet? We don't,
Sorry, Laura. My curiosity is getting the best out of me.
It's aluminum foil. I don't know. Here, let me get your.
If it's liquid, can you taste it just by putting your finger on top of the liquid?
I'll be back. There you go. Whatever happened.
Really?
I'll come in there.
I think it's
Oh, that's good.
You're coming with me? You're gonna.
That's very interesting.
Behind. No offense.
How you feeling?
Oh wow.
Oh.
There's some
Me
tea, Esme, if you want
or
some.
them.
Ooh,
I'm feeling better, much better than I did.
That's some
yesterday.
high raskin.
Can no taste as strong though.
Okay.
So it went over a week.
Oh,
I hope start to
okay, that
recover.
makes it a lot better.
Yeah.
Thank you for letting me know.
I know there's supposed to be a physical today or something like that. Augusta said, but I don't know if that's official yet. Have you talked to any of the medical
I'm very
squad yet about it?
surprised you're not doing the morning announcement.
School-wide physical or something.
There's
Augusta
nobody
was
who
mentioning
listens,
it
man.
last night.
Oh,
What do you mean? There's a lot of
Maybe
people
Linux
here.
knows. He's
Hello.
medical, right?
How do I
I didn't think about it if I did.
It's evil.
Good morning.
Oh yeah, all the tables are like that now suddenly. So good luck.
Who the fuck? That's so infuriating.
Oh,
Someone
you
that's
think
not
you're
a
fine.
challenge, I guess.
Alright.
Enjoy some nice tea.
Pisses me off. I don't want to waffle
It's
anymore. These
lavender
tables
tea
suck
today.
ass. These goddamn abominable tables.
Did you hear what I said this morning? No, you never mind.
Did I hear?
Here's one thing you can do to Linux now is you can actually hide under the tables from us and we wouldn't know. You couldn't do that before, right?
I wouldn't do that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think so.
I would definitely hide under the tables.
Why are you hiding?
Arashi,
Because I can now.
Because you can stand on tables.
can have tea for sir?
But yeah,
Of
we're
course,
always end up hearing
leave
about
out
it. Let me know.
the-
Otherwise, I'm gonna go get a physical. If I know there's a school I want to.
Say that one more time?
And leave out the door.
Are you?
We haven't
Okay.
meeting where
There you go.
I want a morning meeting.
Yep.
Yeah, I drink every morning. Like I'm always drinking.
He's making fun. He's poking fun.
Fair.
Looks like it's too far. I'm just gonna have
I
to.
mean, are you standing on furniture?
Did make any headway on that
I mean, what?
Did you have a good trip?
What's wrong with that?
Standing on the furniture.
I don't know, actually.
Listen, that's not against the
What if we stepped in
rules.
dog poop and then you get it on
I
the
think I
table,
reached
you
the
know?
limit.
No, how's it going?
You've reached
Heck
the
you,
limit. Can I
Jamie,
help you with
after
that?
all that you've done to me.
Oh, hold on.
Oh,
There
I'll
we
see
go.
if I can
Morning,
grab some
Jamie.
food.
What
You
is-
didn't
what
want a
is he
waffle.
doing?
Do you want a piece of waffle?
What's it
Is
on
tea
that?
that prepared commander ass?
Uh,
Tell me woman.
Yes.
Oh, fuck,
Are you
that's
allergic
right.
to?
That's right.
How much go into the durability
Um,
of the blade?
Yeah.
When you have to stay up many nights like I do, coffee tends to
And
get
there's
Yeah, I
teas
understand.
to help you stay up at night.
Are you going to the ball?
At least her tribe doesn't do family mechanics. Mean. Can you give me that file, Dave? That might be really nice for my memory problems. Dave is the lore master for Flora, absolutely for Flora. I don't think he does quite as much lore mastering for any other character, but Flora, oh my goodness, he is serious about his Flora lore. Flora, I'm the Flora. I speak for the trees. Yeah. It is much safer that way. That's why her tribe and most tribes do it. There is probably, like, there's always a possibility of there being a tribe that doesn't do that. But it's pretty unlikely. I would think if there was a tribe that did normal family units, that it would only be one tribe out of the entire plant skin race. Alright, take off the shoesies. Put them in our bag. And this Flora feels relatively safe out here. Take off the mask. So it feels nicer. The intention is that once AA is fully done, I will open up the ability for people to play Plantskin. It will be based on request, so not everybody. I know, I'm gonna make a toggle for it because I really need one. But the intention is that at that point it would be request based. Dave is already on the list. Dave is greenlit. Once that happens, Dave, if you want to play a Plantskin in the metaverse, you feel absolutely free to. Once AA is fully done and over with, and I know exactly where Flora's at, thus I know where the Plantskin are at. Dave knows the lore probably better than I do in some cases, Because he remembers it much better right off the bat. So if Dave wanted to, I would let him. Theory is that Locke is correct, that Flora's most from the tribe. There need to be a reason for her to be in Locke's tribe instead of when she'd been born in. Maybe that her tribe would not want to hear about her innocent plant skin. Her dad taking her instead. It's a plant theory. But that's just a theory. A plant theory. This is how Flora actually feels happy. This is like genuinely where Flora feels very relaxed. So this is going to be a very cathartic bit of training for her to just run around freely in the forest, having a great time. Flora is enjoying touching grass very much. Flora enjoys running in the forest because that feels good. It feels like home. Not quite as exuberant as running in the jungle. You know, there's a lot more adrenaline in that. She might even frolic a bit. She might, yes. I actually had I think there should still be a preview of casual Flora outfit. The only problem is I have to completely redo it because I lost the files. The files for casual Flora have been fully lost, but I still remember what the model was, so it's really easy to redo it. You're looking at it? Yeah, it's really cute. It's really, really cute, and I'm really excited for it. I just have to finish it. It's been pretty low on my priority list. Fuck the ball am going touch grass. That was the boat bell, so Flora's not concerned about it. Actually, were you meaning bell? I'll say both anyways. Fuck the bell touch grass. Yeah, it had fur from the old winter uniform. She does have a uniform on, to be fair. That's why she very rarely doesn't wear the uniform. But when she doesn't wear the uniform, I'm sure it's going to change. Like, it's going to make her look very different. One of the biggest things that has made Flora always look still within the rest of the characters is that she has a uniform. And that she is wearing the uniform. It is what ties every character together. And makes us all look like we're in the same thing. I actually really like uniforms in this type of... I like that it has uniforms. Because you don't have to select an outfit all the time. And it makes it good. I think these new uniforms do make it easier for cold weather. The old uniforms, not so much. But these ones have a much... They have much longer... They have, like, better long sleeves. And they have a little bit less thigh gap. So what most students do during winter is they put leggings under the stockings. And then they also will maybe put on a scarf. Like, it ends up having winter be a little more individual. Flora will put on the furs. Yeah. Flora's having a good time. Flora's having a grand old time. I just want you to know that, chat. This is awesome for Flora. She's gonna be tired by the end of it, though. During this training period, she's probably gonna be pretty tired due to just putting, like, consistently putting mana at the bottom of her, like, or under her feet. Basically, like, pushing mana instead of out of her hands, like, out of her feet. Because that's where he told her to focus her mana, is under her feet. Also probably gonna make... I wonder if it would make the plant life out here a little nicer. She decided running out here would be nice. I figured for her that running out here would be best because that means she can take her mask off and just kind of frolic. Because nobody's likely to see her. Full bearskin onesie. Yes. Yeah, she had leggings too. Leggings, gloves, legs warmers. She has a lot of extra things to keep her very warm. If we get a full winter map this year, so if snow falls, then I will very much do it again. But since we didn't have snow last year, because it was just kind of too difficult to do map changes at that time, we did not have that. It was just got our heat stone. It was Kari winning versus the snow. I think that's what proves that Kari has ascended to godhood. She won against the snow. Even if it was for one brief year. The war has still continued, but the battle that year was won. It would keep her warm for the rest of her life. Yes. Her short life. I have considered adding a fire toggle to Flora's model. I have definitely considered that before. Quite a few times. Just because it's happened so many times where Flora has almost been set on fire. I have genuinely been considering putting that on the model. It's mostly I don't want to do it because of optimization. Because I don't want to make that a thing. But what I have done before is I had a burnt Flora model where I would change Flora to where she was burnt. She had a bunch of scorch marks. I had one where it was that like parts of her hair were either wilted or fully burnt away. Because her hair would take the worst of it. And obviously if it goes on for too long, you get a dead Flora. Flora's costume. I already have her outfit for the ball, and I don't intend to put any resources into making a new one or making any changes to her current one. Simply because I'm working on Crescents and I have some other projects I really need to work on. So pretty much as soon as I finish the current Flora model, or finish updating the current ball model to have fizz bones instead of dynamic bones, and I finish Crescent's model, I will be working on some updates for one of Depresso's characters. And I will be working on some maps for Metaverse. Those are my things I have to do. Because those things are quite soon. Died. Like 2 seconds. One thing I might consider doing to make things a little different this year is I might end up putting her hair up in the bun for this year's ball. But we'll see, because that might make it a little different, make it a little more fun. But I also might just leave it down because I love her silhouette. I love Flora's classic silhouette. It's a very different silhouette than most other AA students. Because she's got the big hair. That's why I originally went with her hair. Yeah. That's actually what her dress is based on. Her dress is fully based on Cinderella. That's the inspo for her dress. That's why I originally considered putting her hair in bun, but I think I was really unsure of the decision, and I talked to Christy about it at the time, and we were like, no, I think it's a better idea to have her hair down because it looks more like her. But I might this year do a little different. One year, maybe next Heart Ball, I have intentions to give her a more... Yeah, it did. It went... That was another reason is I think that was another thing that made me like consider not doing the bun because Madame was doing full Cinderella. And I was like, ugh. Flora could technically do pigtails. She could also technically do like space buns. Really big space buns. She could do smaller, 2 separated smaller buns. Space buns is 2 little buns on top of your head. 2 little buns. I think people started calling them space buns because of Sailor Moon. I think that's why they started being called space buns. Twin buns. I think that's what that's called. I think so. It might be that I'm not thinking of it right, but I think that those are called space buns. Feel free to Google it. Aside from the obvious excruciating pain, that would be very bad. That would be very bad. I would have to look at my lore doc to determine how bad, because I don't entirely remember what the full effects are if she loses it, but it's not good. It's not good. It's not good. Yes. Locke is missing most of his flower. I think I've posted before what Locke looks like. Because I made a mock-up at one point of kind of what I felt like Locke would look like.
One of the new professors is
Plural? There's more than one?
Zoology?
What's that? Amazing.
Zoology.
Study of animals?
Let
Animals
us go
and stuff.
into the bold rider.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh no.
What are we but we're all animals?
Susie lose, I guess. Leanda really likes Lennis, but Lennis has to ride her to the ball.
Ah.
Yeah, you
Nice.
category.
I'm a nice
Zone
dude.
category?
Sorry.
What's wrong with going by yourself? Is that a bad thing?
No, not really.
Not
It's not a
really.
bad thing if you're comfortable with being alone. Which people should be, honestly. Being alone is nice sometimes.
But
Yep.
is not alone. He's in room with many people.
Are they showing?
I mean,
Yeah, but
unless you
sometimes,
hide
you
in a
know,
corner
it's like the
somewhere.
stigma.
Because
Yeah.
apparently,
Yeah.
apparently,
Consider the
we can just
possibility.
fuck off, I guess, during it. I don't know. Go back to
Just not
wherever.
go. I mean, yeah, you could just not go to bed, bro.
I'll get all dressed up, even though it's not really the nicest thing to wear, but I'll get all dressed up and then go
Activity.
and then go back.
Gavin told me to talk to Shizu about dress things because she has fabric, so it'd be cool if she would make a dress.
My card on this road.
But if she's not around, I guess we'll ask Leanda. I don't know. We'll see.
My card's declined.
And you still have
Sometimes, like, when you go
dress
to a city, you
from
have to
last
pay like a
Heart
tax
Ball.
to like use their road.
And just made that.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah. Tax.
Yeah, that's fair. Save money, I guess.
So,
material.
What if you float?
I don't think we've had a gathering on this corner of the beach before.
what if that wizard?
We've all had a gathering somewhere on this place. I'm sure we've had one over there next to the trees.
I
Where's
liked
the
when we
next?
had a gathering in the classroom. It was nice, sitting on the desk and just shooting the shit.
Drowning in
That was
drowning
was
in
nice.
It's pretty impressive.
Or you can.
I guess what I'm gonna wear is just something traditional because it's really all I have. I don't really have anything like fancy.
I feel like you'd run into a different.
I don't know what the fuck to wear, so that's why I'm gonna ask somebody, like, hey, fucking put me in something nice, I guess.
I could just
Good ask.
Not a bad idea.
I was like shit that I can breathe in.
You know, easy.
True.
Dig a hole.
Her no lot.
It's 3 people I could ask.
Secret
Fashion.
Okay.
Yeah, depending on, we'll see who I should ask.
Her can
Speaking of
also
which,
make.
since it's already kind of go ahead, sorry. Are you sure? Okay. I was gonna say, I know it's already pretty much a thing. Like you're probably going to go anyways. Have you asked Victor yet? Like, asked?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did.
Damn it!
Why?
I wanted to see it.
No, I asked him privately because I know putting him on the spot is something I should not do in public. It was really underwhelming, and I'm mad he wasn't there for the announcement because I would have waited for him to ask me. But he wasn't there. So I was just like, hey, you want to go? And he said yes. that was the end of it. It was very, very
Go to the ball?
underwhelming.
Yes. All right. Anyways.
Yeah, that was literally it.
Did Stark already
Yeah, I
ask
wanted
you?
him to leave.
He was also underwhelmed, but did not need big. But yes,
Oh, okay.
was somewhat
Nice.
already planned.
Yeah, I wanted him, Victor, to ask because when he asks me things that he perceives as embarrassing, he asks it in like 2-word bursts. So it'd be like, would you want to go to... Yeah, like that. And it's really fucking funny because it's like his brain is like chugging. But that didn't happen, obviously.
I can just imagine him doing his thinking with his he usually taps his chin.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Nap, and I was just like, hey, speaking of the ball, you want to go? And he's like, yeah, sure.
What?
Are you okay?
Professor? Like, which one? No,
Whoa! What?
They're trying to give that creature Lennis man milk.
No, that's not what just happened at all.
Leonard, did you break Leonda the news that apparently I heard about?
Nope.
Bye, Flora. Bye, Flora.
Leander, we have to go talk.
Something the matter, Flora?
Them talk about man milk.
You know what? That's the mood. I think I'll go away from there as well.
Fuck that. Okay, let's go. That's so cute! It's a plant friend! It's a plant friend! It's a plant friend! It's a Bulbasaur. That's a Bulbasaur. I love plant friend. I love my plant friend! Hey, plant friend! Oh my god, I love him. Briar must have brought that shit here. I love him. I love him. I love him so much. Oh my god. Oh my god, he's perfection incarnate. Oh my god. I did pet him. Oh. I love it.
Isn't that just lighting a fireplace?
Wait, Misty.
Yeah,
How did you manage to downplay that so good?
Turn around so I can just sit there on one phone.
There's a lot of teachers here, so you have to downgrade every once in a while.
You're thinking creatively.
Bonsai puppy. Yeah.
Oh. I didn't realize it was cushion.
Oh my god, look, it's her. Oh my god, it's her. Who's that?
Okay.
Who's that? Who's that? Who's that?
Oh boy.
What? That's 3 people I don't fucking know. Who are they?
I got you.
Do we?
No, they did the table thing.
Do we have new teachers? Do we have new teachers? Please? Yes? Please, new teachers. Oh, I would love that. That would be awesome.
That sucks.
And yes, the CAF lesbians are here. Oh, I'm so happy.
Dreaming about Twitch or whatever it's called.
I kind of... As soon as I sit down, I'm checking who they are. I'm checking it. I want to know.
Fair.
I know, right?
At least 2 people.
Cortez, pleasure to meet you.
Ah, the individual is scared of like evil, huh?
And I'm actually way more.
Of course, Major.
Yeah.
Of course.
All right. Greetings, students of Ascension and Geomagical Arts. I hope I find you all well and healthy after the duels and hunts. What an exciting time it's been. Personally, the duel between Gavin and Lenneth was one of my favorites. And the showdown between Gallant and the Storm Wyvern was breathtaking. With that said, the Cross Corp Ball is coming up. Dresses, suits, and uniforms will be worn, and the ball will start in the evening, finishing at curfew. Now then, the ball is, of course, a chance for us all to let our hair down. But that does not mean that we will be relaxing the standards of behavior we expect from both academies. I also bring some guests in attendance. Beryl Herschel of Fortune Bay, who has arrived ahead of Morg and Bjorn, who all 3 have so tirelessly captured exotic beasts for you to test your skills against during the hunts. The latter 2 will be arriving in a few days for the dance itself. Officers Estelle and Scott, whom some of you may know from Abagua or the festival last year. Please make them all feel at home during their stay here. And might I now introduce several new staff members to Ascension Academy. Officer Valis Braveheart, your new alchemy teacher.
Let's fucking go! Let's fucking go! We have new teachers!
Officer Cassidy Weston, your new close combats and evocation professor.
Fucking finally.
And lastly,
yes,
but not least,
yes.
Officer Neum Deirdre, your new cultural and zoologist professor.
Zoologist! Hoggers. I'm excited about all of these things.
And one more little improvement to the academy itself. Your new deputy headmaster,
Maybe they did.
Kei Noriaki. Please welcome them all accordingly and help them acclimate to the academy forthwith. Good luck, professors.
Yes. I am in the middle of RP. I will come down as soon as I can.
Now, please, everyone, enjoy this small respite, and we look forward to the finals of the tournament. Enjoy the dance. that's it for me, Headmaster.
He got promoted. He's a headmaster. Is he?
It went down.
Did they
You may
say
be seated.
headmaster or temp headmaster?
As with all of our events, as well as all of our guests here, I expect everyone to be at their best
Seeker.
behavior and treat them with the same respect you would treat anyone.
I love all of those people. I love all of those people. I'm so excited.
Right. There was a request
He's
put
not
in
the second.
from medical
Deputy.
that all be checked
He's
after
Boyle's old
the
job.
events
Oh,
of the Fortune Bay. If medical is willing to do so, they may call on the medical bell. Other than that, you are dismissed to enjoy your time, as well as, if necessary, please treat our guests with respect and show them around. I believe I will be... Yes. Yes, I was going to also see if I could, rather, get our guests their escorts. Right, in order to better meet your teachers, we will start with Professor Blazelight, I believe, yes?
Heart, yes. It's quite alright. Hello, I am Velas Blazeheart. I will be your new alchemy professor, and I also specialize in melee evocation, so if you need any help or improvement with either of these areas, please let me know. I look forward to teaching all of you bright cadets.
Yep.
What?
I'd expect it to be here.
Jamie, are you alright?
Thank you, Professor Blazeheart.
You're so
Professor
muted. Oh, that's the most
Weston,
embarrassing
if
thing
you
ever.
would.
I hate that. That always sucks.
Howdy. Cassidy Weston. Oh. I look forward to seeing what all of you can do. I'm sure I won't be disappointed.
Professor Deirdre?
I'm most excited about comps, personally.
Right.
Because zoology
Hello, everybody.
is
My name
very
is
exciting.
Niam Deirdre. I am going to be your culture studies and zoologist teacher.
And Flora's going to
Here
find
at
that
Ascension.
fascinating because she loves learning about culture.
A quick word, there is a creature in the pen currently that's going to be released soon. Don't disturb it. It should be friendly enough, but no need to rile it up. Other than that, I look...
Dealing, or rather, transporting the creature?
It might be worth gathering a couple of cadets for, yes. Could certainly teach them a thing or two about it at least. That may be useful.
If you wish to assist Professor Deirdre with his creature, you may do so. Please do so. Right. As for our guests, I do not see them at the moment. However, we have one more piece of business. Captain.
You may see some new faces amongst the guards. They are brought in as promotions from across the world. I expect you to give them the warmest welcome. Well, that I know you are all quite capable of. Thank you.
I sent a notice to my sister, so hopefully I get something.
I see we have some Fey guests still. We will perhaps speak to Briar and see how that is. But regardless, for now, you are dismissed.
So you play the Monster Hunter board game? Is that what you do?
Ah.
Oh my fucking...
Damn, you ran up to me. What's up?
You would, thank you.
We need to get them
What's your
there.
build?
Yes.
Me, I definitely do.
Or they're +1s, rather.
He asked me to
Shouldn't be.
Okay, I will.
Shouldn't be too much trouble. It's a pretty friendly creature. Though it might be picking apart the pen at this point. It is. It does like to build a celebrity nest.
I think he was a bow gun player. That's what I.
Flora and
Interesting. Okay, I mean, no, it's fine. I just now it's gonna feel weird if I ask for advice on wearing things.
Oh, it has been delivered.
Alright, yeah, that one. Which means she's free. I don't know what she is.
Flores just immediately. Culture and zoology? Yes. Culture and plant creature friend? Yes, good. Very exciting.
Oh, Temple Flux keeps trying to take me.
I see it. Sorry, Professor.
Neither do I. I'm going to be honest.
I have noticed it getting worse the closer we've sailed towards the
Please, one moment. Who is leaving cheese and milk? No.
Professor, do you mind if I join in?
I'll go get some elderberries, probably.
Not at all. It's
Yeah, let me
should be a
know when
pretty
you want to
simple
do
task,
that.
but there's certainly a lot of constraints.
Yeah, I might head straight there depending on what
Might
you
be
guys
good
see when
to have a
we
few
leave here.
cadets who are familiar with it regard this,
Yeah, sounds good.
I see.
since it's going to be living in the woods nearby. Oh no, more stairs. Or at least these stairs seem to be a bit more evenly carved. I noticed the steps in the main hall going up were curved in seemingly random directions.
That is right.
I love it.
And we could either take the pools
That'd be
there
such a
or
terrible way
Um,
to die.
So where are we heading?
Oh, if you wanted,
Oh, yeah,
we
where
can
are you
take the
heading?
purple portal. That goes straight to the docks. Or, well, not docks,
I'm
but
gonna
near
have
the
to get used to
docks.
that as well.
Yeah, I need to head there to grab elderberries.
How do
anyways.
I activate these?
You rub it.
You polish it or rub it, yeah.
Right.
There it is.
Ooh, it'll take a little bit of mana too, I think.
Ooh.
That's where it'll come out.
Mm.
Nice,
As you
good
can
to
see,
know.
this
I'll
one
still
gives off
familiarize
purple.
myself. Ah, there it is.
Oh, I hope it's not going to eat.
Far too much of the pen.
Is it going to eat the other creatures in there? I hope not.
Oh, wait, is it stuck?
It's probably stuck.
Oh, you poor thing.
Yeah, hold on.
Let me eat this goat. The goat doesn't eat anymore.
Yeah, hold on.
No, I need you to eat
Yeah, I
it.
don't think it does anymore.
Easy.
Hmm.
There you are.
Wait, where did Misty go? I hope it doesn't eat paprika. Here, I'll help.
It
Wait.
shouldn't. It is technically
yeah,
an
I
omnivore,
forgot.
but they prefer fruits and vegetation
There.
and occasionally fish.
Throw it away later.
What sort of vegetation?
Yeah,
may I
it's
ask,
fine.
Professor?
Where's
they,
Misty?
they generally
Oh, okay.
cultivate.
She was right with us,
Uh,
wasn't she?
She was.
I guess I should begin with this is called a bowerbeak. They are bowerbeak. Yes, they're named after the types of nests that they build. They're called bowers. They weave together twigs and strips of bark into elaborate nests that they then cultivate gardens of fruit-bearing trees and flowers.
Are they
bushes, and things of that
carnivorous,
sort,
if I may
berry
ask?
bushes.
Or herbivores?
They're omnivorous. They do
okay.
fruits from their gardens, but they will also eat
So like a
fish during
bear.
the winter months.
Like a
Gotcha.
bear.
I'm just wondering if we have to worry about, because we have some of our pets inside the pen.
Oh no, it should be quite fine. It is a
Yeah, please do not eat paprika.
you can't really domesticate or tame them per se, but they can be.
We only have one hand to throw on.
Mm.
Moment till the other one heals.
Hello.
I guess the better word for it would be befriended. They become acclimated to humans and they become a bit more docile. Though they don't like being kept, which is why we need to get this one out into the wild. As soon as possible.
Understandable. Can I ask
They
where
tend to
they
grow-
usually hail from?
A variety of locations, actually. We don't know where they're native to yet, as we found bones in quite a few places. They can be found in the forests of Valandor. They can be found in the... Some of them are even in the jungles of Astaria. They're usually towards the south.
Okay.
There are even some species from Saigon, which I believe this one is, given the coloration of its flowers.
I was
They are
going
incredibly
to
rare,
ask
however.
because it's got the colors and the tree branches remind me of home, but I've never seen anything like it around my area.
Yes, they unfortunately are fairly rare. As I said, we don't know where they come from, but they have migrated to various environments.
Do plants
Either way, though.
just grow
I would have
on
almost
them,
guessed it was
or
fey in nature at least one
is
point in
part
time.
of body?
It is a. It is part of their body. They are. The most of the growth is natural to them. They even have some measure of control over the flowers, which they use to pacify hostile threats to them. They don't really like fighting. They'll just put something to sleep and then leave, usually if they can. But yes, we should probably begin leading this
Something
one.
I can learn from.
Do they live decently long, or?
Usually about 50, 60 years, give or take.
Oh, wow.
Fair.
They fairly long-lived. We should probably start heading this one out towards the...
Fair.
Where's the path out of the barrier? Towards the forests?
We can lead you there, sir.
Right.
Oh, that's Briar's.
Follow.
Don't worry. It's like a guard.
Okay.
Just don't bother it.
I mean, yeah. Considering who Briar is, I
mean, obviously
think
not
it
the
should
weirdest
know how
thing
to
I've
respect
seen.
creatures more than anyone. I hope.
Of course. I'm not talking it for the creature's
yes,
sake. I'm saying for the other people's sake.
We were actually requested. I was actually requested to locate one of these and bring it in, because they are natural gardeners and cultivators of local ecosystems.
Hopefully, it doesn't get.
We're going to be releasing it to help with the issues. I'd heard that there were some
Actually,
issues with the
sir,
local ecosystem.
Coincidentally, we just got a shipment of elderberries yesterday from Professor Breyer that I was going to try to cultivate with fellow students. Could that be something that this thing could assist with, potentially?
I believe so, yes. If we plant a few bushes near where it decides to set up its nest, it will probably cultivate them into its
And then I'll fetch a bag then on our way there. Let's head towards the exit,
Yes.
right?
Come.
Come along.
As long as I'm Can you guys lead them? I'm gonna go grab the elderberries.
I've developed enough of a rapport with this one that I can guide it and keep it calm, so it shouldn't be any issues.
And wonder if
which you probably passed on your way in is the forge. That's basically
hell
where I
how
stay.
feel like how can hell plant feel?
Let's go this.
Oh, because of the plants?
I can't really.
Let's go this way.
Oh, you might. I'm not really familiar with any of those kinds of magics, but hypothetically, you might be able to tell at least how healthy the plant life is.
Mushrooms.
Flora can
On its
tell how
hindquarters.
plants feel. Is not talk, but emotion.
Easy. Rest here for a moment. But you might be able to then, I'm not entirely sure.
Hello, Haven. Glasses haunted.
Right. I'm assuming there's some sort of storage underneath the building there, that's why he ran in.
Yes.
Right.
That's where our stands are.
It's changed quite a lot.
So, Professor, how long have you been doing this?
Oh, professionally, around 12, 13 years. Though I was dabbling in it during my years at the academies for my whole 4-year tenure. Well,
Isn't it gorgeous?
3-year tenure. They didn't exactly have classes for this at Sewhurst in Eos, but once I moved to Faltavius, I started learning there, and then I started taking some extra classes in the exchange
交换
program.
节。好炫。
I actually studied for a couple of years here, off and on, spottily. Oh, easy.
Jeez.
Big tail.
Oh.
Hello.
Oh boy.
Oh, the nature squad.
Got the elderberries.
It is.
Nice.
Haven't
It
made
is
it too
fairly
far.
antsy. It's
I
been
thought
on
I had
the-
to catch up.
Shall we continue then before?
Yes. Follow.
Come on, buddy.
It is very antsy. It took a lot to keep it calm on the boat. As I said, they don't like being confined. They actually.
I understand
Oh,
that
it gave
sentiment.
me
Can't.
time to grab the berries.
Yes, they can't be kept in captivity. Actually, no matter how large their range is, they tend to start growing depressed and eventually do perish. Unfortunately.
Can tell if he's captive.
It is a bower beak.
Which hails from where exactly?
A lot of
They
places.
said some of them
We,
are
as I
around
said to the others,
our area.
This one might be Saigonese.
yes, they aren't.
Yeah.
We don't know where they're native to because there have been fossils and bones found in a lot of places. But there are small populations on Valandor, Astaria, and on Maizyon.
My home.
It's not a very
I
thriving
wonder
species.
I wonder if
but
Briar
they're
ever
stable,
hung out with
at
a
least,
raptor
as far as we
from
can
Juwan.
tell.
Oh well.
I'm sure Brian's hung out with many a creature.
But yes, assuming this one acclimates well to the new environment, it should be able to start bringing new life to the woods outside of the barrier, which I've heard there.
Does
were
it
some
have
issues
any
with.
predators or anything it would have to worry about?
Natural
Some larger
enemies.
monsters do attempt to eat it, but as I said, the flowers that
Puts
it
him to
cultivates
sleep?
on its back, it releases pollen. Yes, it's usually a passive,
Yeah.
which, but if attacked, they can release a large cloud that will make attackers drowsy and eventually put them to sleep. And then they'll usually just
Go to sleep.
relocate. They prefer to they like avoiding bites. So
Yesterday, I believe we had to kill some creatures in the forest that are, what were they called? Ember something? These little seedlings that catch
Ember
things on.
plumes? Something
Yeah,
like that.
I'm assuming. I'm glad we cleared those out.
Pyro plumes.
Hopefully, we got them all.
Yes, those can be very troublesome for an ecosystem.
Well, I'm assuming this creature does not do well with fire because the nature of everything you said.
Does not do especially well.
And
It's in fact, its pollen would probably be ineffective as they would just get ignited.
Ooh.
Got it, buddy. It's fine.
Yeah, come on now. I might have to guide it through
See,
the
look,
barrier.
you can just walk through.
I'm gonna give it some space. I don't want to get knocked out or make it feel
It got-
claustrophobic, like you
It
said.
got quite upset going through the first time on the boat. Come on.
Oh, I see.
Come.
There we go.
There you are.
Spend
Almost
most
there.
morning out in this area. Can check on her if want.
Right. There are streams nearby, aren't there? I believe I saw some on the map, but it's not a very
Yes, and there's also
good
a
maps.
water cave on our way there as well.
Alright. As long as there are some small streams, it should be able to find fish during the winter. That was my only concern. The rest of the year it should be fine.
Okay, some things are still flammable. Rocks, I mean, you could set rocks, but you can't have water on fire. But, it's one of those things.
Wish I'd worn hiking boots instead of these dress shoes, but I'll make do.
Yeah, goes with the territory.
I don't need that, but do you really want to try it?
Unfortunately.
Cadet, no, we're
Oh, Professor, which part of the CAF branch are you with?
And then you can throw it, but
For the longest time, I served. After my graduation, I served with Cross. Following that, though, I was stationed in Ascension doing some more as a more researcher and served an advisory role, more or less, for a few years.
And now you work with the Bauer branch?
Was with Cross.
I mean, it's always an effective weapon.
Yes, it's many branches.
Or if you don't have time to grab
I apologize. May I ask your name again? I didn't quite catch it the first time.
That is a true.
I am Niam Diodre.
Deirdre. Pleasure to meet you.
I
I'm
am
Morgan.
from
Wait, so would that be Professor Dio or Diodre, was it?
Diodre.
Okay, Diodre.
Professor Deirdre.
Or the more commonized pronunciation would be Diodre.
Okay.
Either works really, but
That is a challenge for my speech impediment. I'll have to get used to that word.
I don't mind just being called Professor Niam if you need.
Professor Niam?
Right, short.
Yes. Wait, did I? Oh, I didn't even realize I actually said professor that time. I kept saying officer. The whole boat ride. I couldn't unlearn it.
Professor Officer.
It's alright. We'll
Yes.
we'll get it into you.
Bet you
You are
half
now
the cities
professor.
don't even remember my surname.
Yes.
Oh.
Exactly.
Name M. Flora Crystal Thorn. E?
Norali of Gallant.
Laura. Oh, it should be easy to remember. Nerali.
Nisha Demeter.
I'll have to remember Nerali is purple.
I got told to realize
I am the purple bun.
I've never been the best with names, so I might start coming up with new names for people.
Is okay.
Oh, it's alright.
Flora is
Great. I love it.
somewhat nickname.
I don't want to ever hear you say nice.
Is common name.
Yes. You are a plant skin, correct? I did not like to make an assumption, but
by myself. I was with Professor Selene.
You are first to know by look.
Dry rice with everyone. It makes it 10 times over. It already is. It's great.
well, it comes with the job. I have had to go on a couple of treks, at least into the outskirts of the jungles of Astaria. So
No, I'm not going to do that.
I'm surprised you not dead.
Kidette, we're not arguing about
Yes.
this.
They were close calls. Thankfully, they were. I was able to avoid fights more or less.
Yeah, this one's kind of stupid.
Have
especially for
only one
No, because
flesh skin.
don't get me wrong.
Oh, who survived jungle?
Wonder how much experience.
Now know two.
If it needs help getting up, I can create a pathway for it.
There's a slope over this way.
Yeah, a bit of a path. And
If it's not
good
good
at
at trudging,
so it started to get overgrown.
slopes.
Right.
Oh. Wait, actually, the path is gone. Wait, what? Is it?
It's a little bit further down that way, Rex.
That's it. Okay.
Normal path is
I
back
guess the
that way.
environment's changed since
I know
was
what you
last year.
mean. But I believe this is the
my jaw is not
most
existent.
easy
Bone.
slope down this way.
Well, yes, there you go.
Oh, that's true.
Huh.
Same thing.
Certainly.
Trying to get directly in front of it.
Sounds like it's like.
I'm not trying to. I'm on the side near the
It's
water.
okay.
It looks moderately healthy. The forest, I mean.
Have been
Definitely
try
not
help.
not as much underbrush as I expected.
Low enough that we should be able to get into the woods.
It smells a bit ashy as well. Is this close to where the...
Yes.
I've already
this is
forgotten the name. The pyro.
I think
No,
that
actually,
we
the
haven't used the
pyros
pad
were on
for
the
so long,
other
it overgreased,
side
so-
of the academy. They were like towards the front, like near the carriage station.
What was?
It smells a little bit ashy up
The,
here.
the pyro plumes.
There
Oh,
have been
okay. I wasn't
rot
able to deal with them
before.
yesterday because of my recovery, but
I was informed about
They were
that point.
towards
Yes,
the,
that's why we were asked to
like
bring
that
this.
little.
I was told Briar told me they were behind the lighthouse. So
Oh yes, I can see some. There is actually a bit of fire damage up there by the rock. It's not too bad though.
Mm.
A small fire won't do too much to a forest. It's actually good for it.
Should
Contrary
make
to
new
popular
growth.
belief. Though this forest does not seem to need it. There's not actually a lot of competition for the trees and not a very thick underbrush.
Mm-mm.
Well, our friend here should fix that.
Welcome to your new home.
and then,
Is he
sir, I
happy?
do have that bag of elderberries as well, if you wanted to make
Ah,
use
yes,
of them at all.
So I will probably place those up further towards those flowers. That is likely where it's going to make its nest.
Awesome.
They were herbivores, right?
There's a small little clearing down this way, which is probably a optimal location.
Steady. Easy, creature. Calm. Stop. Follow me. We'll take you to your new nesting ground. Oh, I can actually smell another. Smells even more ashy up this way. Oh. Yes, my having to hold so aggressively while walking hurts. If that makes any sense. Let's come along now. I think I see another scorched section up over that hill.
I don't want anything Brian related from you.
Perhaps over here by the base of the lighthouse.
It won't be glass.
Should be more safe.
Han, let me
Follow.
ask you this. What else is rice going to be used?
Yes, it also, as I said, it likes to weave its bowers with flowers and fruit. So, putting it near some flower bushes will be good for it.
Flora can help plant some. Can help them grow
I can
faster.
help create some.
This actually looks like a
Maybe
very nice
even improve.
Wait. This is my chance. Flower power.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
That good?
Alright. Now come over here. Let's untie the bag. Just going to spill some of the berries out.
Healing you actually helped a lot with that.
Have need lot of healing.
This solves the elderberry issue in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
We were gonna have to cultivate it in a much different way.
If need, still a bush sooner.
We have a lot more if you would like some as well to look at. We're hoping that the liqueur is done by the ball. We have a few days to soak it in alcohol and then strain it, and then it becomes an elderberry liqueur that we can mix with things.
Have been tried
It's quite
learning
bitter, but if you mix it with
This will
sour
be your new
things.
home for now.
from
Try to stay
Lila
close.
Blueberry.
There should be some
Try
streams
learn
up there.
grow one
Oh, okay.
if you can.
You can begin cultivating your bower here.
Have you already started, or because I can always send a letter to my family to send some berries, because our family has raspberries, gooseberries, and blueberries. If you remember.
I have some from Lila, but some blueberry
I'm
from.
to check on you
Okay.
periodically. Make sure you're doing well. Make sure the local wildlife is adapting.
Where's she from?
Okay, fair.
And that should help with the blight issues you were talking about.
No.
It will begin cultivating its garden. And,
You adapted.
as I said, they keep
In battle roll.
They have a bit of a sense of the local ecosystem and the balancing of it, so they should be. It's not going to overgrow one plant that causes an explosion in the population of something. They're very aware of those sorts of things. So makes them very excellent for these sorts of rehabilitation projects.
Interesting. I think my people will love to have one of these around to help for gardening and stuff.
They're very, very lovely creatures. As I said, they're sadly fairly rare. It's hard to get a good gauge on their population number since they live in some pretty dense forests, but they aren't the most populous of creatures.
Is
There's a few healthy
almost...
populations, like I said, across 3 separate continents, so very low risk of them going extinct, at least.
And I'm assuming they come in different coats and patterns depending on the area.
Yeah.
What did you say this thing was called again?
It is a bowerbeak.
Does it have a name though? Like.
I have not given it a name. No.
We can call them elder or elderberry or something.
Stickums. We call them stickums.
Stickums.
Stick 'em up.
Why stickums?
No, I don't, because he sticks. I'm bad at names, ma'am.
I want to call him Blossom.
We just need a few more. Name him Buttercup. And we need another one.
Yes.
Blossom, Buttercup, and
Twiggy.
we need one named Bubbles, and then we're good.
Twiggy.
Oh shit.
Blossom, Buttercup, and Twiggy.
No, Twiggy was the name of the twig blight that used to draw our blood. Remember?
I miss Twiggy.
That might be confusing.
A twig blight.
Yeah, they had tamed a twig blight to help with medical. It was actually really good.
Basically, because they draw blood anyway, the deal with them was, you know, they get a small percentage of the blood they draw for the medical. So we could just go in there and donate blood easier. It had a little nurse's hat and everything.
Well, that's news.
It wasn't part of. It wasn't part
Yeah,
of.
we haven't seen Twiggy in a long time. We don't know what happened to Twiggy.
I have a theory. it was a rather new team back then, so it was probably the planar binding wore off and it just
Professor,
left.
we should leave the creature to its.
True.
Well, to settle in.
Yes, we should let it begin
Bye.
doing its power.
I believe medical is going to be doing some
itself with the
physicals, but I haven't heard the bell yet. Unless someone else
I
heard the bell.
haven't heard
I might have
anything
missed it.
about physicals.
Okay.
Have you?
Yeah.
Yes, I didn't even know. I didn't.
Because
even
Augusta
know.
yesterday was speaking about we needed to have physicals, but I guess there's not a scheduled one. So I need one. I know that, but
Well, let's go get you a physical done.
That would be Raven Knight.
Let's see about. What other fruit trees would go good in this area?
There's an apple
Well-
tree in the
Fairly
front of the
moderate
school.
I can always. In regards to fruits, my family has lemons, gooseberries, blueberries, and raspberries. I can request some of those seeds if needed.
And can help grow them faster or even
Pears might be nice too.
better quality. Magic.
I can as
Oh,
well.
That'd be good. Yes, if we can
nature.
get at least one fruit tree out here, that'll help it kickstart its bower before winter. It'll be able to collect some of the fruit and get ready.
Pears could work too.
Yes, and you hate nature.
I mean, we have apple trees already on campus, so it might be easy.
It's
Yeah.
a civil rivalry.
Oh, true.
Apple trees are tricky because when you plant an apple, you have to graft it, or else most apple trees, if you just plant the
Stop
seeds
eating the
normally,
tree,
they
please.
become crab apples
Stop
that
eating
aren't
the tree,
taste
please.
very unpleasant. It's I don't know. It
Alright,
has to do
let's
with
get
what they
Oh.
pollinate with.
Otherwise, the creature's gonna start following us.
Yeah, I'm gonna start heading back. So here's the old
Come on,
trail,
guys.
but it's very grown over at this point. Where is it? Let's see here. There used to be a path here.
Yes.
Good try.
I don't think it would mind crabapple too badly, but I'm sure if we make it an apple tree, we can
Well,
Does-
my family used to use pineapples for their brew, and then they tried to use apples, but the altitude and everything was really complicated, and apple trees are not as easy to grow as lemon trees, so that we ended up going with lemons for the citrus flavor.
Does prefer any type fruit?
It's not an incredibly picky eater, as I said. They're found on a lot of continents, so they're very used to a wide range of fruit.
We do have puffin fruits in the greenhouse as well, but that's kind of more sleepy.
Yes, I'd consider that because I know those grow well pretty much everywhere.
They do grow in
but,
trees, yeah.
They might not be a good idea to make our friend just incredibly drowsy constantly in a new environment, at least.
He would
Very
scare.
agreeable.
As far as I'm aware, there's
Any predators that come in to eat them, though. By what did people name it? Blossom or something?
I think
It's Blossom.
Blossom's the agreed name.
Might have been that.
Their name is Blossom.
Professor,
Yeah, I don't know if peaches would grow very well here either. I don't know.
I'm Nisha Demeter. I'm medical for GMA, and I'm also the Earth teacher.
If is from Saigon, could try cherry. That is common tree. Yes.
Sakura trees. Yep, cherry blossoms.
Some already grow here.
In the front.
So cherry might work,
Or dogs.
but are small.
Cherry might work.
Yeah, hold on, let me cast. So we don't get left behind.
Professor, if is from Saigon, could try cherry. Maybe familiar.
Might enjoy cherries, yeah.
What we could
It would
do,
probably enjoy
Professor, if it comes to
Very
it, we
cherry.
can put an assortment of fruit out for it and see what it likes the most, maybe?
If we give it options, it's going to grow everything. As I said, they like to cultivate very beautiful and intricate nests, so it will take anything and everything we give it and weave it into its concoction.
Then could easily
see.
plant
Give it
couple
a-
different fruit tree. Give option.
Yes. If we give it about 6 months, there's going to be a veritable hedge maze up there of wicker tunnels and flowery overgrowth and things.
That'd be a good thing for the students to keep it intact at least.
Might feel like home.
Yes. Actually, cherry probably would be good because the blossoms will work as camouflage for it.
We'll talk Narali.
You can
Start
just sit
plan.
inside of there and be hidden. Yes. But yes, I've been doing this for around 13 to 15 years, and most of the first 10 years, more or less, were less focused on animals, more focused on monstrous creatures, and dealing with them in the field, as I was a part of Cross. We'd have to deal
Right, I
with
see.
giant lizards and giant turtles and all sorts of things, owlbears occasionally. Those are not fun. But I also
right, I
dabble
see.
in more natural life, such as the bowerbee, different elk species, things of that sort. Yes. I actually
don't
studied
normally get
pretty
to
close to
see-
here.
Oh, did you?
Yes, I went to which directions? Hold on. That's
You
the
went
river
to,
inlet.
sorry? Where?
That direction is north, I believe. So I
believe so.
studied. There's an academy over the mountains and slightly to the west, called Faltavius. I studied there
Faltavius.
for my final 3 years of education. Yes.
Ah, right, I see.
I spent 1 year in Sewardhurst in Eos, and then my final 3 were in Faltavius.
Ah, Sewardhurst. Yes, I remember that academy, or that place at least.
Then I actually took. Oh, that was scary. The flux tried to take me again. I actually took a few. I was part of. I believe it's still actually on. I'm not actually sure. Are any of the students here exchanges? Are they part of the exchange program with Faltavius?
That I don't actually know.
Well, I came back to check on everyone. Nani?
Yes. Are any of the
Oh,
students
good.
here currently part of the Faltavius exchange program? I'm just curious.
I don't know. I don't even think I've heard of that.
It is. Maybe they don't do it anymore then. The sister school over the mountains in the north, Faltavius. There used to be an exchange program where some cadets from there
Is it
would
the
come here
floating
to take
school?
specific. Yes, with the Griffiths.
Oh yes, they did. We had a student called Nicholas. He was a I forget what their species are called, but he's snake. The snake boy.
A Yanti.
Is that a weird Yanti? Yes.
I
should know this. I should know. He
I always
proposed
struggle
to
with the
me weirdly.
pronunciation. Oh.
No.
But yes, my final 3 years of education were at Faltavius, but I was actually part of the exchange program, so I took a few classes here as well. Though the academy looks completely different, so I have no idea how to navigate still.
We can help.
Well, I'm sure these lovely
Sure.
students
We can
will be able to teach you.
Second in command
to
of
read.
Galen and medical and Prefect Nerali will be able to help you.
Quite a list of titles.
I know.
Oh, God. I leave you in their safe hands, Professor.
Flora not have title. Just.
Yes, you do.
Land.
One of best friends. Yes. Let us begin our tour. Would you like to start with the
Yes.
docks?
Yeah. Sure. How quickly do you intend to be running, by the way? If we are not going very quickly, I can lower my...
slow down. I can slow down. Don't worry. I can match
Well.
to your speed.
I can go very quickly with this, so...
Well, I don't think you can.
Can go faster than you think. Just not try to. Flora only run when want.
For the
That's
sake of
a
everyone here, I will
self-given
slow
title.
myself down. Don't worry.
Self-given title for her.
Drop my amulet then.
Yeah, typically. Thank you for the biddies.
I can. Right. Takes a moment to adjust it.
Do have
Good, yeah.
small question.
Yes.
Are surprise Flora can talk?
A fair bit, yes. It is not something I was aware. I mean, obviously, all creatures communicate in some way, more or less. Well, most do anyway. But not all can speak especially common.
Still
So it's quite
struggle
unusual, but
little. But can talk Morse code, Elvish, and Common, and Planskin.
interesting.
Common is 4th.
Quite a list. I have only ever managed common. Unfortunately, as much as I would like to. I've made efforts in various others, but it's a lot. Like I could read a few. Speaking them, it just eludes me though.
Common, Saigonese, some animals.
Was taught
Animals
by
would be very useful. Ah. You know, that does make a degree of sense that an elf would be the first one to discover plant skin and speak.
Him was research like you.
Interesting. What was their name? I might have heard of them.
Vales Kralin.
Bless. I think they were doing. No, it escapes me. I feel like I've heard the name before, but I don't remember anything, unfortunately.
Is Elvish researcher was tried learn about a story in jungle when find flora.
Oh. Okay, yes. If they were working in Astaria, that's probably where I heard them from. Or heard of them.
Was lucky
I did do
Flora
some.
find him was very close. Flora's tribe would have died very fast.
Yes, that wouldn't have been good.
Most plant skin not like flesh skin.
Well, I can understand that. That's a bit of a pattern. With most remote peoples.
Have many story about flesh
All the way
skin.
even up.
Oh boy.
Yes.
But I'm try
We have quite a few
learn
about
better.
plant skin as well, but it would be. Yes, if there is more to it than just the human perspective, as is usually the case, it's definitely going to be interesting to learn more.
Well, here you'll find an array of perspectives, because there's so many different types of species here.
Have been
yes, I
try
expect so.
learn human perspective while teach plant skin.
That is always the difficult part, is the cultural exchange tends to be a bit slow.
Love learn though. Culture is fascinate.
Of course. Oh yes, I am obviously incredibly interested in the topic as well, given it is my second area of study, after all.
Oh, your classes are going to be ones that I will be the most excited for.
Flora too.
Oh, good. I was worried there might be a
I
bit
think
dry.
Vivina will
Not
as
everyone
well.
can really, not everyone can really get into the intricacies of how geopolitics and history have shaped the different cultures of different people and how their
That's my
traditions
favorite
develop around the
subject.
foods that are available to them and those sorts of things.
When Voles sent here, was most so Flora can learn more flesh skin culture.
Yes.
And now you can teach us plant
Well, hopefully
skin
I will have
culture.
Yes, hopefully I will have quite a lot to teach. There is My cultural anthropology is a little bit difficult given the circumstances of our world's history. But there are still regions where the culture has persisted for the several hundred years for some, a few of them even a couple thousand. But unfortunately, a great deal was lost.
If ever have question about plant skin, feel free ask.
I will probably pester you with quite a few questions when I manage to think of some that are appropriate, yes.
Yeah, we have 2 types of lichen here.
Oh, interesting.
Me, werebun, and then 2 werewolves.
Ooh.
Have ice
And I
giant,
kicked both of their butts.
elf, merfolk,
Eerie drake,
bugkin,
vampires.
vampire.
The GMA students have elves, dwarves, and halflings? No, wait, just halflings. Elves and halflings.
The flux tried to take me again, but I heard Bugkin.
No. Please, Professor, please stay on this plane of existence.
Maybe is best one student in front, one in back, so can tell if flux.
True.
Sorry.
Oh, in here, this is where we keep the brew crafting, like things that we make with our Professor Vargas. So we keep a lot of the mead in this cellar.
Interesting. We didn't have those classes in Voltavius.
Where the fuck is Ida?
And then up here is the forge. And there's Seymour. Seymour.
Yes. The legendary turtle.
We'd love
the first time I flew in here on a griffin, I almost shit myself. You hear tells of the giant turtle that lives in the Bay of Ascension, and you expect, something the size of a house maybe, and then you find it and it's the size of a modest-sized estate.
Yes. He's a big boy.
Very, very large.
And he keeps us safe. Here's our forge. If you ever have any weapons that need maintenancing, you come in here.
Oh, I'm not the best with equipment maintenance, honestly. I tend to probably let things go longer than I should, but when you're out in the field, you mix it with a whetstone and some oil.
Understandably so.
Is obvious reason.
A big fire.
Fire.
Oh yes.
Fire.
Fire.
A large smoke.
Fire everywhere. But we can move quickly. It's a short little area. You can take one
good
swoop.
Good ventilation as well, so we don't all die of smoke.
It's
always a bonus.
Over there's our dorm area, that island.
Yes, now that is mostly in the same position that I remember.
Yeah,
that in the main hall.
We've added another building, so
added.
There used to be general
Yes,
squad,
actually-
but then Gallon took it over. So now there's another general squad, but then GMA took
There
it
are
over. So
actually a lot more buildings than I remember. The main hall used to be stone. The 2 side wings that I saw coming in, those used to be wood.
Oh.
Oh.
Yes, it was quite a point of gossip in Ancestra. The year that it happened, I believe that was about 5 years ago. Apparently, one of the professors here, Professor Connor, accidentally ignited both of the side wings somehow, and they burnt down.
Oh.
Not entirely sure how he managed that.
Well, I'm surprised none of the
Actually,
students
no.
have done anything like that.
No, actually,
Well-
now that I think about it, I did. I met the man, so it's not actually surprising at all.
Melanie almost.
But yes,
Melanie almost.
Almost. There've been almost times where things have blown up at the school. Only almost. Hi, Hannah.
Hello,
well,
Professor.
I can't imagine it gets. Hello. I can't imagine it gets any worse than losing 2 whole wings of the main building. So,
No.
we can
No,
help.
we haven't done that.
You know, it's always good to have lofty ambitions, goals to
Eh.
aspire towards.
Should start
day we'll-
with dorm or with campus?
Probably the campus.
Yeah,
Since
this
that's where
campus
you'll be
probably
spending
is-
most of your time.
Yes, if I go to the dorms, I imagine I can look around and see everything still. Campus, on the other hand, the layout has changed quite a lot.
Mm. Did I see my boyfriend or am I crazy? I think I'm crazy.
We all go a little bit crazy. It's
Nope,
okay.
I did. There he is.
Oh,
Announcement, I have an announcement, I have an
Trick.
announcement, I have an
Oh,
announcement. I have an
I thought
announcement.
you were
Quite a sight.
coming to hug me.
G'day. I have an announcement. Leonda's become a ratmancer. She is the bringer, she is the
You
harbinger
just
of the
found this
Vermintide.
out?
She is the harbinger of the Vermintide.
This is Linux.
Thank you, thank you. She hate. Hi.
we might need somebody to
Introduce
give an
yourself to the
astrology lesson
professor.
to her.
Professor?
yes,
A professor? Just the singular?
Professor.
I am Professor Niam Dairje. I am a cultural anthropologist and zoologist. I'll be teaching culture studies and animal studies.
Culture,
My
I
favorite,
see.
my
You're the
favorite.
replacement for the history man. I understand now.
No.
It's
Brunswick
a
still.
quip.
I mean,
It's a.
God damn it. Professor Albrecht is still around. Albrecht is still around.
I focus primarily on
He better teach me some damn history.
On the geopolitical states of various different cultures, as well as how they've been influenced by their environment and their neighbors, and a little bit of how their history has shaped them. Unfortunately, the topic is a little bit troublesome as far as the field of study goes, considering the state the world found itself in a few hundred years ago. A fair bit was lost, but we make do with what we can piece back together.
I don't know. Sometimes
Some did survive.
There's
Some more than others.
I don't know. There's sometimes there's
God, there's
resets.
still quite a lot to teach
But you
about.
see, Drakes, we never forget. We remember everything. We know all of it. We just, hide it in like hyperbole and 500 different layers of
And riddles
legend.
and.
Yeah.
Ah, like a historian. I see.
I think Stark's gonna be very excited.
Well, come walk and talk.
mean-
walk and talk.
There's like
Circle, I
17
guess,
different
DJ.
stories for. Anyway, never mind.
Yes, that is true. Though you can often decipher quite a bit about each culture based on which aspects of the story they focus on.
Ooh.
Sometimes, even if their surviving history is not fully intact, the stories that they preferred to tell and the legends that they carried can tell you a bit about their
I'd be
values.
more than happy to tell you the story of how my people were created, specifically the bunny people, not the whole variety of Gaia's children, because that's a whole
The egg.
book.
Yes, I am.
The great egg.
I'm aware of most of the legends around the Pharaoh in general. There, some of the specifics are a little bit less known.
It's not well recorded in some areas.
And
Yes,
will
especially
be
with the divisions and the lichen with the Malar and the what was the other group's name? I always forget what the actual culture names are for those two, but the werewolves of the north and the werewolves of the south.
Malar and Gaia.
I don't believe they'd call themselves directly Gaia, but they basically are Gaia followers. Yes. There's a specific name for it, and it always eludes me because it's similar to the Malar. I'll remember it at some point. Either way, though. The history there
Welcome
gets
to the
very messy
medical
considering
ring.
everyone has a different story on that one. But yes, it should not be hard to identify this building. It's the big white one.
Big white one, and we have a bell system. Now, I know this was still
quick
the
question.
same.
Yes, Professor.
Have you seen Cadet Dita? She's looking for me.
I saw her. I saw her at the assembly, but then I lost her quickly afterwards. Try the library.
Well, no, I haven't because I just got told that she's looking for me, so I'm going
Oh.
to try and find her.
She might be in the library.
Library.
I would
perfect.
offer assistance, but I don't know who literally anybody is. So
Okay.
She's short,
Sorry.
unless she's floating, then she's tall.
True, but
dwarf,
medical
halfling,
has
or just short?
3 bones.
Halfling, a bogwin.
Ah, right, that should help.
Okay, alright.
Nerali, we just need a medical that
need
a medical to sit in for a moment. Can do cleansing stuff.
Okay. Flora, I'll leave the tour to you. I must attend to my duties.
Sorry about
I will
that.
catch up with you later, Professor.
Thanks, Flora.
It's quite alright. Medical duties are important.
Do it to you too, anyways.
I forgot. You're right.
Oh, these uniforms are. I've been trying to break it in for about a week, and it's still a little bit starchy.
Agree. Still not like, tight.
Yes. But yes, medical bay.
This is
Are there any
medical
other facilities
bay.
inside, or
Mm,
any alchemy stations, or those
No.
elsewhere?
alchemy is in main building.
Right.
This building have morgue, have all medical need, have a bell system. If one ring is small injury, not problem. 2 is major injury, need come quick. 3 is life threatening.
Right, right. 1, 2, 3. That should be easy enough to remember.
1 is not bad. 3 is very, very bad. Would take you in, but them work, so not want interrupt.
Yes, if they're in the middle of something.
Do you know where Nerali is?
Just went inside.
Oh,
but
cool.
Perfect. Purification?
Cleansing.
Not sure. Not sure what we need to cleanse, but
Not
infected
no.
wounds?
Try not ask much
that's not too
question about other injury, if can.
Yes, best not to pry too much into medical's business.
E.
They didn't even have a medical when I was here, which is, I guess that's an improvement.
E.
That said, we didn't have one in Faltavius either, so.
Medical
I guess
have
the standards have,
helped us many times.
Progressed. Yes. Well, we had specific healers. There was a healing class. There was an extra you signed up for it, and you would learn how to heal with magic and do some basic field surgery. But we never had a full squad and a dedicated building for it per se.
Did you ever find who you were looking for?
Oh no, I never ended up finding the deputy to show him the enchanted wall, but maybe next time.
Yeah, something tells me you're not gonna find the headmistress.
There, if things are still managed how I remember them, there is probably some forms you can fill out in the main office.
Yeah.
You might be able to find the administrator Minerva, and she can assist you. She was quite helpful getting all of the paperwork sorted out while we were on the boat ride, so I'm sure she'd be ready to help.
Seems like the best plan.
What are they doing over there?
Yeah, probably. That's probably your best plan.
If
Well,
would
we
like,
feed on each other.
can join in
Having a-
tour if still not familiar with campus.
You know, yeah, I'll, okay, let me...
Is
that out.
nice
So
neat
far, all we've
name
looked at is
and
the dock and the
flora
medical building.
of Crystal Thorn.
Cassidy Weston. Nice to meet you, Flora, was it? Like your, flower. It's pretty.
Pink.
Well,
We'll
lead the way,
continue
Miss Flora.
with Coliseum.
Onward. Yes, it certainly looks larger than I remember.
I think is larger than Flora remember too.
Wow.
I see.
I like it.
Ah, it has been decorated for the tournament, I presume.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Oh, some of the weapons over there probably need some sharpening. Maybe cleaning too.
You may be interested in on dock there is forage. This
Oh, is that what that building was?
Bargus mostly
Yes, the round red one.
maintain weapon, but is good to do by self too.
Is he the only one that maintains the weapons?
There are students, apprentice of Bargus who also do.
Well, as a general thing, have all of you been taught how to maintain weapons properly?
Flora does not need maintain as much. Grow weapon and Flora's main weapon is made of plant. Can heal it.
Really now? Oh, I would love to see that.
Can show
Not
later.
now, of course. Just absolutely, I would love to.
Think grow cell. But for tour purpose, this way is armory. Main fight is held between two four column is word. There is barrier protect outside view from hit.
Friendly
tents
fire.
are for medical
Okay.
and
Oh, is this the setup they had for the tournament that they're having here?
I believe so.
That makes sense. Though, I mean, I get. I mean, you got stands for the seats there, but also there? Is that like what, VIP section or something?
is for this event more close
I was just confused. I came in and saw 2 sets of stands, and I'm like, well, how the hell does that work?
Have never really seen enough people fill out stands. We not get many
Yeah.
guests.
I was going to say, these are some big ass stands for. Well,
Yeah. But can continue if not want to see any more.
oh, by all means, lead the way.
Yeah. Next is long range.
Oh, we got a range too. That I didn't see.
Yeah. For to start get in your mind, this to get Coliseum area and medical is blue portal.
Yeah, I don't do so well with portals.
Flora did not well
Always afraid
at
of-
the start either.
Always afraid I'm not gonna come out on the other end.
Have not seen any injury from portal. But there is one area can only access with portal.
What's that?
Up there can see dome, yes?
Yeah.
That is graveyard. Can only access through portal system. Is fully protect from outside and inside.
I see. You guys have your own graveyard.
Yes.
Many past students are buried there.
Oh. Hopefully I can help prevent there being any more in there.
Hope so. But this is range.
Okay. Oh, mana rifles. It's fancy.
We are trained in
The
mana
wand?
rifle, crossbow, bow, and wand.
What's in the baggie?
Puffin.
Puffin. I used to use those a lot to help me sleep. Probably should use them now instead of drinking myself to sleep, but suppose puffins are a little more healthy.
Probably. If need extra help, Flora grow strengthen Puffin. Them little stronger.
Keep that in mind, thank you. I noticed I already went to the greenhouse, took a look in there. It was nice. It was a nice greenhouse. Notice roses all over the place.
Have had explain
Yes, there
of
just seem to be a lot of roses.
greenhouse enchantment.
The greenhouse enchantment? No, I just told it was a greenhouse.
We'll explain when get there then.
Sounds good.
Flora's being a good little student. She's being a good little student. She's showing everybody around. Yeah, a little stronger. It's a little stronger. it's a little stronger. It may be double the strength. Thus a little stronger. So
I'm
next,
gonna do my best. Oh, I was just gonna say, I was gonna do my best to help, I know a little bit of farming, gonna try to help maintain these, flowers.
he
Gives me something to do.
will likely see lot of Rise. Then she like to water most of plants. Maybe some
Yeah,
of
you're not the first to tell me.
Raleigh and Flora as well. We both have try help keep plants healthy.
Yeah. Hope you don't mind a little company helping me with them.
Eh?
And this would be the library. This one was
Ah.
standing when I was here.
Here is a small guest office. Not sure of who. And here is library.
That's a big ass library.
Ah,
Yes. Wait until you get inside.
have never met
So is it all just-
herself, but know there is library in name Crescent.
I proposed.
Ascension
They'll be
gossip,
talking about
false
rumors.
news?
Ah.
Rumors, not false news, not like this editorial
I
shit.
didn't catch.
We're gonna have some
That
good
was false
stuff.
news right there. I don't see no books
Or
running
professors.
around.
It's going to be good.
Evening.
Cadet. Is there a reason why he's got his weapon out? He's just,
Not all.
he's running around with it
There
on
was
his...
something about. What were those things? I always forget the second part of the name. The pyro or something. They are basically.
Holy hell.
They are a sentient root-like creature with a bulb. They collect, I think it's nitor, and they're capable of igniting it and releasing blasts of fire. A very dangerous for any
Interesting.
ecosystem.
Holy hell.
Ye
Yes. It's a
library
a little bit
also
more overgrown than I remember.
I absolutely
double
adore the
as
atmosphere
bell
in here.
tower.
Yes.
If
Are
come
all these just tech? Oh,
Ye
they're all textbooks, so nothing...
some are text, some research, some more.
Any, fiction books of any kind?
I think so.
Yes, that was the history section.
No new library and bring some of private collection, think. Again, have no meet her.
Oh. Unfortunately, the books I'm looking for, you probably ain't got. No, it seems like I might have to outsource for those.
I may
Apology
actually
for
end my tour here after we're done with this building, and I'm going to look through the books and see if I can find some things relevant to the classes I'm going to be teaching.
if have more question, can always ask. Any prefect or crystal thorn is good for. Also Narali.
Of course, I'll be sure to do so.
Eh. Is a tradition show this part of library for most tour. Library have special enchantment.
Oh, holy hell, that's a big bell.
Double as bell tower.
Yeah, I remember you mentioning that, but damn, I don't know, I didn't expect it to be that damn big.
Now, fun part of tour, if would like. This building have enchantment. When we first walk in, see big glow thing
Yeah.
produce a enchantment of featherfall.
Really?
Eh?
So what you're saying is I could probably just jump over this edge and then land
Yes.
safely.
Is tradition most will jump?
Well, all the way down.
Ah.
You know, now that I'm up here, it's a lot higher than I anticipated. Oh, Cadet, I'm taking your word on this. I am. Well, here it goes. Oh. Oh. All right. That was fun. That was
best
fun.
part.
Thank you. I agree.
Also show you
hell of a way
faster
down.
way.
Well, Cassidy, if your legs will. My old legs ain't doing me right, so I'm gonna have to just come down the line. Oh, I haven't felt like that in a long time.
Is lot adrenaline.
That it is. That it is.
Up there is a crystal mine.
A crystal mine.
Eh.
Like what kind of crystals?
Forget exact name. I think is ether or mana crystal.
Mana crystal?
Eh.
Oh, really? You have your own mine?
Eh.
Damn.
Some student will take advantage, but most crystal are used as funding.
That explains. Yeah, that would explain that, yeah.
Eh.
I imagine a mana crystal cave or mine would definitely be lucrative. Damn,
Can
would it be lucrative?
explore on own time, but do want try not take all your time.
Oh, trust me, Cadet. I don't think I have too much planned today aside from getting settled in.
Eh.
The love of company helps.
I'm glad can help. Up here is main building, museum, and staff building.
Alright, yeah, I didn't know about the museum.
Would give you tour of staff building, but feel little wrong.
Oh yeah, no, I've already been in there when we first got here. They took us through there.
Then have see museum.
I have not seen the museum.
It where keep relic from past mission and sometime just some collect. Other student can give much better story of most them.
Thank you. Oh, hell.
E.
Is that statue made out of solid gold?
Yes. Fun fact, student sell soul for. One of crystal thorn.
I'm sorry. Did you say a student sold their soul for that statue?
Yes.
Okay, well, I kind of understand why they would sell their soul for the statue now. Granted, maybe not the statue, maybe the model of the statue would be worth selling your soul for. That's just gold. The golden booty. Yes, yes, it is a golden booty, I suppose.
Was to spirits, ghost, crew. This is them treasure.
I see. I just can find it. Apparently, a student gave a fae their whole name, and then now I'm finding out a student sold their soul for that.
There is many questions asked.
Yeah. Blackguard Warglaves. Well, aren't those fancy?
Very strong too. Was there for a fight with this one.
Well, you seem to come out okay. Yeah, and obviously they didn't, so that's a plus.
This was during a mission in what is name? Elvin Island, continent. Aldoria.
Aldoria.
E.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm struggling with names.
A diamond in the rough. Okay, so that looks like dancing coins. All right.
I think diamond in rough was from Abagua.
Yeah, that seems about right.
E.
Hey, little. Seems. I suppose you would have to open it up and. Damn, I've never heard of dancing coins, but yeah.
Just not get too close to fertility rock is quite opposite of what is called.
Oh, you know, then I'll just stay right over here. Right over here is fine. If it's the opposite of a yeah, I'm good. Divination rod. Really?
Give me a roll, chat.
A little imposing.
E.
Yeah, buddy. I don't want
Damn,
to take
for
up
once.
all your time.
This is mostly end of tour. I think rest of we'll see in time.
Well, thank you, little darling, for the tour. I appreciate it.
Is welcome.
I'm hoping, hoping I can help you all. At least teach you something, maybe give you a refresher on things.
I'm sure will help most. Flora is still need learn how better fight with sword. Most
I'll do what I
common
can to
use
help.
spear.
The sphere. Well, I mean, keep it between you and me, but I'm a scythe man myself.
Yeah. Have not seen
So,
many use scythe before?
Well, I'm very familiar with them. You could say I used them all my life. So,
We'll be interested to see how, like,
yeah, well, I hope I don't disappoint. I mainly sling spells and only use melee combat when I have to, but I'm damn good at it, so
I'm
hopefully
sure
I don't disappoint.
will not disappoint. Think many will be excited.
I hope so.
Most of combat teacher have been most popular in time here.
Well, my methods may not exactly be, I don't know, I would say abnormal, but I also wouldn't call them normal neither. But they're effective. They kept me alive, and well, obviously, I'm here.
That
So
is all that matters. Flora is go rest for a bit. If need more
don't let me
help,
keep you.
let know.
Absolutely will. Thank you.
We'll have plenty of time to play Crescent. Because I'd like to play Crescent today. I was wanting to play some Crescent. Now I will have the time. Yes. Now that we have gotten the Flora things out of the way. We've met some of the new teachers. Now we have to meet the new teachers as another character. Is a Ruby reference? Yeah! Don't need to... I know I don't need to spawn back for speed, but I probably will spawn back anyways. Just because it's gonna be easier to teleport that way. Shake my booty. Shake my booty. Shake my butt. I shake my butt. I do a little dance. Have a little dance. Very fun. Yes. Turn invisible. Ah! Gonna use... I think this is honestly enough speed, because I can't really use the speed system while I'm invisible. Divination lessons today. No, not really. What is that? Is that a dog? It's a fucking cat! Oh my god, there's a cat! There's a kitty! Where'd the cat come? What the cat doing? What the cat doing? What the cat doing? Alright, let me get a sip of water before we get into here. Get into it. Give it to him! Ugh. Just sit down. Rest my little weary feet. Kitty! Ma, there's a weird fucking cat outside. I think I can do the lessons for Crescent today. Because I have them roughly planned out. But I doubt it. I'm not gonna, like, go out of my way to do it. Yes. Pretty librarian time. Give me a cookie. I want a cookie. Let me get a cookie. I'm just, like, sitting for a second because I, A, want to get out of the Flora mood. And B, I just need a minute. My feet hurt. Ugh. I need to set up a Crescent playlist. Oh, she's a hippie. She's a fucking hippie. At heart. absolute hippie at heart. I'm having a good session. Something wicked this way rides. I'm surprised all the new teachers seem to be human. They look human. They might not be. But they seem human. And they're all male. Which brings... I think we only have 4 female teachers between both CAF and AA. Actually 5 if we include Minerva. But I wouldn't necessarily include her as a teacher. She's more of a staff member. And cowboy bootin'. Our new spicy beans, tower frog, and denim jeans. I love it. Well, I mean, she teaches stuff. Crescent doesn't think of herself as a professor, but I do think of her as a professor. At this point. She's not really meant to be, but she kind of is one. Right. Calibrate. Go. Now I have to get into the voice, of course, as always. Professor Crescent. I mean, everyone calls her Professor Crescent. No, people don't tend to call Minerva Professor Minerva. They call her Madame Minerva. Whereas people, generally speaking, tend to call Crescent Professor, even though she'll tell them not to. Some have started to call her Miss Crescent. Oh, right, I do need to do that. Thank you. Let's, if we can get it up. Come hither. Come hither. Come hither. Come on. Alright, we'll have to respawn. It's not working. Thankfully, no one can see us. Motherfucker, why are you not working? You were. Baby. Rat. Oh no. I don't like seeing that rat. I really don't like seeing that rat. But we didn't see anything. We didn't see a rat. We saw no rat. Jesus. I'm very concerned. I'm excruciatingly concerned. I'm just gonna start at the door because I'm lazy. I need to point down. Well, it didn't work. It didn't work. It's not working. It doesn't work. It's not working today. We're just gonna start here because there's no one to see us because I think Arashi is upstairs. We're leaving out the door anyways. We're too slow to just kind of pitter-patter. There we go. We're going. We're moving. We're schmoving. We've never seen a rat on this campus. We do not perceive any rats. There's no rats. There are no rats. Timer for glamour. Actually, do I even have my glamour up? Make sure. Yes, we do. Let's do a roll for today. Let's do a roll. 14? Alright, it'll last till about evening time. Till dinner. Once we get to about dinner time, then, that's when we'll start to see it peter off. Not be as good. Where should we go as Crescent? Where should we go today? We're running low. We're running quite low. At this point. We should have enough for the time being.
Crescent.
Hello, Professor.
Seems you have more male faculty joining you now.
Oh, I do. How wonderful.
3 of them, in fact.
Really needed more males.
Yes. Oh, yes. It is ever lacking, apparently.
Of course, we are just completely vacant of the men on this campus.
Yes, I was talking with Odysseus about it. He agreed with me. We found it quite funny. But how are you doing, aside from that?
Well, there were flying books in my library, so...
Yes, I was quite aware of that, and I was sure you wouldn't be happy about it.
No, I wasn't. I think I've calmed them for the most part.
It's much.
Hopefully.
Yes, I do know some of the cadets were trying to help in putting those away, so...
They weren't in the right categories, but I managed it.
So one of the... Hello, cadet.
No, ma'am. I'll wait until you're finished.
It's just idle.
I was merely making idle conversation.
I was going to see if you had time for that request.
Of course.
I'll leave you to it.
I will see you later, perhaps.
Don't notice you. Fair enough.
Perhaps.
Mm-hmm. It's funny, just this morning, Cadet Ryder was mentioning something about being able to see the future with his special eyes, and was going on about it as well.
I see.
Made me think of you, actually.
Well, thankfully...
Do you have special eyes? Something like that? Is that how this works?
I don't think it's necessarily in the eyes. But I do technically see the future, so...
See, sense... I suppose... interchangeable.
Yes. Where would you like to do this, then?
Wherever it is most conducive to you, ma'am. You are the professor. Or
I
teacher
suppose
in
we
this
will
situation.
do it in the library, then. It has been quite a long time. Do remind me exactly what you wanted.
I was interested in learning a bit more about divination, specifically as I was unable to attend one of your courses.
Yes, it was... You wanted to learn about tea leaf reading, yes? Or is it now that you'd rather learn it more generally?
I never had a chance to attend the tea reading class, but I also am generally uninformed when it comes to divination as a whole.
Understood. Then we will start with tea leaf reading. I do actually have quite a few students I need to teach tea leaf reading to. I believe it was Cadet Rise and Morgan? I'm still a bit learning the new students. You know, I just realized I don't think I have all of the supplies. If you can give me just a moment, I will gather them. If you want to wait here.
Wait right here, ma'am.
And there's one of the books. Still flying about. Thank you for the raid, Mary. Anyhow, do you want this to be a fully private lesson, or would you like me to see about getting the other two I need to teach this lesson to as well?
I have no preference, ma'am. If you would like to save some time by teaching others as well, that's fine by me.
How about then, while I gather some supplies, would you mind gathering, I believe it was Cadet Morgan and Rise, to see if they would like to sit in for this lesson as well? I might,
Certainly, ma'am.
I might give you a more private lesson afterwards regarding the thing you talked to me about. See if we can find anything out about this light.
Of course, ma'am. I'll return as soon as I find them.
All right, I will gather supplies and I will see you when you return. Okay. I love Mary. You can walk around for now, but you really should return to your proper section. Sassy books. Wait, fuck. I can't do it that way. I can't even do it that way. Oh, wait. No, I can. I can do it this way. Haha! If this will work, actually. Let me... If this will work, if you'll work with me. Work with me. Come on. Come on, come on. Work with me. Yes, there we go. I found it. All right. Store. Yes. But... What do you mean? Fuck. I can't get the books out. Motherfucker. Shit. I kind of need my book. Because I don't fully remember everything. Fuck. Right, well. Would someone mind? Actually, I think I can open up the wiki, because I think the wiki has a description of all the books. I think the wiki has a description. Can you send me a link, Dave? If it has one. Can you send me a link? The tea reading book. I can't believe we don't have the books on map anymore. That's crazy. Ah, my goodness. Got it? Fog! Perfect. Perfect. Wow. This gives me a chance to also... I'm gonna hit the VRP screen. Because I also need to open up a thing. Regarding...
Poo-poo, you're poo-poo. You are poo-poo. A poo-poo.
Well, you're a pee-pee.
A poo-poo.
You're a pee-pee.
Okay, bye.
Bye! The wiki saves my life. Genuinely, this saves my life. Otherwise, I would not have a description of this book. Okay. And we're going back in. I'm gonna hit dev speed so we can go really fast. Wee. And right back to slow as possible. Yes. Good. Not actually slow as possible, but quite slow. Right. Put them together and what have we got? Beepity boppity boo. I know, I can. I can do that. I can't believe there's no chairs anymore. I don't know where those went to. We're going to, for the sake of fun, a boopity. We're just making it fun. We're just making it fun this way. This is how we're making it fun. For ourselves. I probably should have brought one more. Yeah, I will get one more. 'Cause there is an odd number. So I might have Crescent participation. And they're not here yet, so we can easily respawn and get one more cup. Get one more cup. We can actually also get spoons. No, you don't spin. You don't stir it. Yeah. We don't need that. Do 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 boo. Boo 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 boo. Ek via teacup. Ek via teapot. Bookshelves. I can't see any bookshelves though. There's not any of the old bookshelves and what they look like. Like I genuinely don't see any of them. I mean, I can check. Here, there used to be... Like, these used to be bookshelves, but they don't work anymore. So I don't think that we have books currently. It does not seem like it. I could check, really quick, since I don't think they're here yet. I could check this one over here to see if maybe it has the books. Because, I mean, if anywhere's gonna have it... Yeah, no. If anywhere's gonna have it, it would be there, but it's not there, so... Speed, 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 speed. Whee! Yeah, I didn't think, though. I didn't think so. I still intend to, yes. Oh, there's Morgan. Wee! It'd be wee! Not slowest human. There we go. Oh, hello, Morgan.
Hello, I was informed that you're waiting for me, so.
Yes,
I believe Arbor is getting Rise.
we are going to have a impromptu lesson, seeing as I believe all three of you are currently... I believe both you and Rise were interested in learning tea leaf reading, and Arba was as well.
Oh,
So,
was she? I didn't know that.
all three of you.
I believe Arbor's looking for her right now.
Yes, probably. I'm going to check if there are chairs up there still, because obviously the chairs from here have disappeared.
No worries. Yeah, and the whole cabinet's gone.
We can go to.
Alright. Nice little hidden nook.
Michael, taking all the chairs. Well, they've taken all the chairs, so we're just going to pretend.
Are they all gone?
Yes, it seems so. We're going to pretend there's chairs here.
Strange.
I'm tired. I'm tired from not
Understood.
chairs.
That's why I'm sitting over here.
Swore there was a table over here. Am I misremembering?
Here,
There
I will-
is a
I will join you
table
in the
if you go
chairs.
all the way to the end, Lux.
It's all the way at the end?
All the way at the end.
Awesome, thank you.
Little private study area. Still don't know why there's no books up there. Makes it seem very
That's a very
ominous.
good question.
Seeing as there's only
Strange.
3 of you, one of you is going to have me as your partner.
I wasn't able to find Risa anywhere on campus. She's either in some sort of private meeting with one of the professors, or she's in a room somewhere, which I can't enter.
I see. Well, I'll have to perhaps teach her later. That makes us even more unfortunate. Well, actually, no. I can just have you partner up instead. Because originally I was going to have to be a partner for one of you, but now that there's only 2, this is a bit easier. For the participation part of this lesson. Here you are. We're going to pretend that there's chairs here, because there should be. I don't know whether or not.
We've also lost the entire bookshelf.
We've lost a lot of things. In the war.
They often just disappear.
Oh no.
I think the books just got up and walked away. It happens sometimes.
They did do that yesterday, actually.
I know. I've still seen a few lying around.
I was told I was requested.
There you are.
Aha!
Hello.
You are here. Perfect. I can get all 3 of you out of the way at the same time.
Okay. Where sit?
Just pretend there's a chair there.
Okay, spot the table.
Exactly. There's definitely one there. So then, to first go over generally how tea leaf reading started and what it is. It is a very common and rather light form of divination. It's very imprecise. Probably the most imprecise that I know of. Generally speaking, tea blends for this are used from Saigon. It's where this practice, I believe, started. Their nature tends to help tap into the spiritual and more divine side of people. As techniques progressed through many ages, most places have made their own secret recipes to help aid in their pursuit to gain sight into the future. Oh, hello. But things regarding brewing methods and cup shapes, measurements, also are just generally considered to have different forms. Different places have different connotations of how they use this practice. Most of the cups that I use for this are Saigonese as well. They just tend to work better, I feel like. So as far as basic practice, first, the person wanting their fortune read will drink a special blend of tea. They will then flip the cup over on the table as per ritual instructions. And the seer will, or the person reading, will grab the cup gently and tap into their mana and open up the unknown or the divine when ready to focus that magical energy into their intent on doing the reading. A lot of divination is very dependent on intent. Your intent towards it will, generally speaking, give more way of what you are looking for. So if you have good intentions, generally speaking, you will see a good fortune. If you have bad intentions, you might see more of a bad fortune. It is a very interesting art. With concentration and a little bit of talent, experience, many can experience past, future of whoever is drinking the tea. Generally speaking, you don't see present divination within tea reading. It's just not very common. But as far as the ritual goes, given we're a little bit uneven, I will assist in one of you as a partner. So I guess, given the sitting arrangement, Arbor, your partner, will be... Actually, probably Morgan would be easier. And I will be your partner, Rise.
Okay.
Unfortunately, in this case, you'll have to tell me what the symbol is, because I cannot find the books to let you read it yourself. So if you see a symbol, just kind of let me know what you see, and I will explain to you what it is. So, to go over the reading, the tea drinker should drink their cup and leave about half a spoonful of the beverage remaining. I'll pour your tea for you.
Mm-hmm.
The second step is they will swirl the cup 3 times, what is left of it, and then flip it over and let the remaining contents drain from the cup. This keeps the tea leaves intact. The cup is then gently turned over by the person who will be conducting the reading, the seer, without disturbing the leaves so that they can read the symbol. If the previous step was not done correctly and the moisture didn't drain properly, the leaves may move and you'll need to start again. For general understanding, that way you're more aware when you do your reading, the leaf location is important. The bottom of the cup refers to the remote future. The side of the cup is not so far distant future, and the rim is expected soon. So you may feel free to begin.
Mm-hmm.
Just like I said, let me know what symbol you feel like you see, and I will try to assist. You may not get anything accurate or even anything true. But
what kind of symbols might show up?
There are any number of symbols. A few examples are triangles, stars, arches, trees, flowers, owls, monkeys, clouds, coffins, any number of things.
Oh. Okay.
Would you mind going first to give us a demonstration?
Of course. I will give you a demonstration of how to, as the drinker, drink your tea. So you just drink until there's just a little bit left. Like this. Not very much. Just enough to be able to swirl 3 times. And then gently let the rest of it drain out. If you would also like to. Should be cooled off enough by now. Now, the seer of your partnership, in this case, Morgan, you will take Arba's, and Arba, you will take Morgan's, and Risa, you will take mine, and I will take yours. If you would like, you can simply trade spaces, or just hand the other your cup, without disturbing it too much. I am just going to very gently pick up yours, and turn it over. Now you can do the same with mine if you like. Now you may simply gently turn it over and let me know what symbol you see. And keep in mind where the location is. I can give an example. I see in yours, in about the side, so not too close of a feature, but not extremely distant. I see an arch, so there is potentially a journey abroad for you. Perhaps another mission. I can also see in the rim of the cup, I see a triangle. These are a sign of good luck and unexpected legacy. So perhaps you have good luck soon. So there's an example of how you can read the cup. How about we start with Rise and we'll go around.
It's hard to tell, but
It may not look exactly like something.
I think one on site, kind of like tree.
A tree is
It's hard to.
A lucky sign. It is a sure indicator of prosperity and happiness. If it is surrounded by dots, it might mean fortune in the future of a country. Do you see any dots around it?
A little bit.
That could be possible fortune in our country, our current one. Though more than likely, in this case, it is more an indicator of prosperity or happiness. So perhaps I have something good in my future.
Oh,
Now it is your turn,
if
Morgan.
is more. Don't see much more.
That's all right. Can be hard to see them the first times. Would you like to join us, Professor?
Oh,
Perhaps another time. I just figured I would introduce myself since I don't remember seeing your assembly.
Understood. Perhaps after the lesson is finished?
I believe I found your cat as well. They're roaming.
Oh, where'd she go?
I gave her something to eat and she kind of walked off.
Oh, yes, that sounds about right. She's probably begging everyone.
Oh.
Poor starved creature. Good to get to every single person she can find and give food.
Well,
I'll see if I can find you later then, if you're busy with the lesson.
hello.
I just need some. Hello.
Wish you luck then. I'll perhaps find you later.
Of course. I am Professor Deirdre, by the way.
at the bottom of the cup, it appears to be clouds. And then I see on the side, like a square. I don't know.
So the bottom of the cup is remote future. Now, before I make you aware, this is always possibly incorrect, especially in this case, as you are not divination experts. Clouds can mean one of two things. If they are surrounded by dots, then it means financial success. However, if it is not surrounded by dots, it means serious trouble. So do you see any dots around it?
No, it's pretty clear.
Alright, and what was the other thing you saw?
Something similar to a square. On the side. Not near the rim, but side.
I don't
Could
have...
be almost a rectangle.
I don't have an exact memory of what squares mean, but I think they're relatively similar to triangles. Somewhat good luck, but less unexpected legacy. More of a good luck and sign of good things. I sadly don't have this one in this one, so I'm just gonna go with that. Now it is your turn, Arbor, to read Morgan.
Yeah. Well, towards the side or one of the corners, I guess. It's either like an axe or a cross, maybe a sword. And towards the bottom, it either looks like some sort of leaf or like a pine tree almost.
So a sword is often sign of some sort of dispute, a quarrel between lovers. If it is a broken sword, it might mean victory of an enemy. But solid swords tend to mean disputes between lovers. Crosses are a sign of trouble and delay, and very rarely potentially death. But again, before you get worried, Morgan, this is a very...
No, I understand.
Yes, it's not a very predictable art, and most don't have a knack for it. As for the tree, trees are a lucky sign. They are a sure indicator of prosperity and happiness. Surrounded by dots, they mean fortune. As exampled when Rise did mine. Another leafy thing can be clovers, which are a very lucky sign, a sign of happiness and prosperity. At the top of the cup, it will come very quickly. As it nears the bottom, it becomes more and more distant.
Okay.
everyone have a general understanding?
Mm-hmm.
I find it to be a fun exercise.
I believe I may practice this more.
Feel free to.
Just not sure if I saw things accurately or not. Wasn't fully sure what to look for, but I think it was right. Maybe.
I can have a look if you like.
Hmm.
I think the shapes you meant are quite true. They do certainly look like them. Though obviously, seeing as my
There was
mana
more
was
than
not put
one.
into
Wasn't
it,
really.
I can't read it exactly the same. Even myself doing these types of readings, then they don't tend to be very accurate. They can be, but just based on the nature of this art, it's not very practical most of the time. But it is very fun. Be a good exercise to think about your future.
Are there ones that are more accurate?
There are
If
multiple.
you're thinking of a specific thing you are wanting to try to find about something or the like.
There are many rituals for divination. Just to name a few, there is cloud reading, which tends to be quite accurate, though it doesn't tend to pertain to a single person. It's more general. There is bone burning, which is you leave bones in fire and you read the cracks that form in them based on the heat. Typically animal bones. But I have heard of some people using more human forms, typically ethically gathered, obviously. And one of my favorite is tarot, which is reading of cards. This can be a very personal and quite accurate form of reading. How I typically do my readings, at least of larger ones, I do personal readings. And I draw my sight through the stars. Any more questions?
I'd be able to ask for something like that sometime. Not to try myself, but is something I'm curious to see what would be seen.
If you would like a personal reading, I am always available for them.
Me ask in coming days if free.
I should be free with the exception of the ball. Perhaps a few days after that. Or any day after that.
I may take a book or two on the subject.
Of course.
I requested, if I pass some sort of whatever with divination that Briar would teach me a spell.
I see.
In that, vein.
I could give you
It's a high-level spell, though.
I could try to assist giving you a more in-depth test. I did use these as tests before.
I would enjoy that.
Of course. I can give you a further test, like for Rise, I can give it to you perhaps after the ball. I do have a more in-depth private lesson with Arbor, so if you don't have any more questions, feel free to go on to the dinner time. I don't want to hold you forever.
Thank you.
You are very welcome. I'm glad I can help teach you.
Right. Oh, goodness.
headache.
Ah. Okay, it's fixing itself. I
Sounds
will
like a
go grab a
headache.
book and I will be back. And I will be on my way. Thank you.
So then. You had questions and wanted to more try to figure out what's going on with these lights, yes?
Yes, and I have also sought counsel from a few of the other professors. I have gotten a range of answers thus far on them. Most do not seem to understand what they are at all. However, to explain in brief, since earlier this year, I've begun to see colored lights all over the place. I've observed specific colors in specific places, such as around the greenery here. I see all shades of greens, maybe a few blues and reds, but for the most part, fully green. I believe they have something to do with mana in the environment. I don't generally see it in things that are non-living or dead, generally speaking.
Have you ever tried to focus on any of these lights?
Yes. Specifically, I have found that to some degree I can influence them. I have been able to draw them into a location or towards my hand and sort of hold them.
I see.
And they have a sort of distinct physicality to them. I can feel them in my hand. And while there, if I give them a bit of encouragement, they tend to combine into a larger colored light that shimmers and is much more multicolored.
Have you ever seen anything in these lights before?
Yes, and that was where I was concerned. One of these times when I combined a few of them, I saw some places that I did not recognize. They ranged from forest clearings, ruins. I've seen a beach, a cliffside, overlooking an ocean.
Were there ever any people in these? Any living things?
I've never seen people. That is the only thing that has been sort of missing.
I see. Well, it's possible that this is tied to divination. I would think, given that aspect, it's perhaps likely that this at least has some part of divination to it. Some form of inherent ability that perhaps has opened up in you. I can't imagine this is something that has just suddenly occurred. It has probably always been within you.
Possibly. Professor Breyer said something similar when I spoke to him on it. He also theorized that they could be fledgling portals to other locations.
That is also a possibility. I'm not very aware of portals. I don't...
I am only
without a-
tangentially aware of them.
It is out of my practice.
Holy!
But it is certainly a possibility, given what you're seeing. Simpo, thank you so much for the for the raid. Sorry, I'm in crescent voice.
I suppose you mentioned that they could be some form of divination, or that divination is involved with them. Divination allows you to see things that you shouldn't normally. That was sort of the description that was given to us
Divination.
early on in our schooling here was never expanded upon, really.
That's not exactly what it is. It is a part of it. Divination is not simply seeing things that you shouldn't. Divination is seeking out and either seeing another location, seeing or even hearing someone speak. The most common spell I can give it is a description of present tense. Divination is communication spells or even scrying. Scrying refers to picking a particular place or person and seeing that person and seeing what they're doing at the current time. Typically without them knowing, without them being aware.
I'm familiar with this.
Yes.
I just didn't know it was considered divination.
It is divination. More things are divination than you perhaps think they are. Actually, speak with animals. That is a divination spell.
So speaking is also...
Divination essentially refers to somehow gaining information that you do not currently possess. That is how I would generally describe it.
To divine.
Exactly. You are
I understand.
divining information that you currently do not possess. Thus, it is scrying, it is temporary understanding of a language you do not currently understand, seeing the future, seeing the past, or seeing the present.
Okay. So, I guess towards what I have been seeing and what you're talking about, being able to see places, how does one, when you are doing this, specify where you are trying to look, or hear, or divine?
Typically, when I am scrying, I try to use an anchor. So, if I am trying to scry on a particular person, I will take an item of that person's, or perhaps a part of them. Like, if I take a piece of their hair, or if I take an article of their clothing, that tends to help me focus and anchor on that particular person. If it is a place, then perhaps an image of it, a map, something that grounds it. The most difficult part of divination is grounding, is finding that anchor point. Otherwise, you just get random bits of information from everywhere.
And maybe this is what I've
Thank you for the
been
raid, Andre.
doing, where I've not really tried to focus on any specific person or location, and I don't usually, carry around, things that belong to others.
No, of course not. I don't either.
Does give me something to think on, though.
It
Perhaps
does.
something to experiment with in the future.
Beyond that, the only real thing I can think of, unironically, is I could give you a reading to try and determine anything, but personal readings can sometimes not be entirely what you're asking for. At least if they're not properly prepared. In this case, it might end up having more general information, but it could lead to something.
I wouldn't be against it, ma'am.
All right. Then...
So, how does this work?
Well, this part is quite easy. Given that I believe the sun has set, should be easier than normal, actually. Where would you consider... I read from the stars for personal readings, so it is easier for me to read at night. So, typically when I'm doing personal readings, I try to go to a calm place. This can be a calm place for you, or we can simply do it here.
Some places are kind of hard to come by, but the library tends to be calmer than most. So the library works, or I mean, I know of a handful of places that are nice to view the stars from. I study astrology, so I like to, sit up and stare at the sky sometimes.
How about you take me to one of those places? Having personal grounding can very much assist in these.
Okay. There is the tower, just outside your office.
All right, that'll work.
Hmm.
Actually isn't my office, though. It used to be, but I haven't had much need for it. So I believe they're using it for a guest.
I suppose that makes sense.
Scaly, thank you so much for the raid! Welcome, raiders! Oh my goodness. Yes.
I suppose I'll ask, why specifically the stars? Is that... is astrology and the movement of the planets, that sort of thing, connected to divination?
It is somewhat, yes. Many people will refer to the zodiac signs when doing minor divination. Though,
I'm familiar
in
with them.
my case, a lot of my magic comes from the moon. The moon and stars, respectively. The moon tends to be tied to this kind of magic. It tends to be tied to magics like this, calmer ones. I particularly picked this form of it because when I was very young, I would look at the stars and it would feel like they were speaking to me, like they would whisper. That may sound strange, but most of my...
Not at all, ma'am.
I'm glad. Most of my readings, I just see things. Actually, generally speaking, I have random information coming into my head all the time.
Isn't that distracting or alarming?
Overwhelming at times. Unfortunately, my magic does not turn off.
Oh. I suppose it's the same with me and the weird lights I see.
Yes, that's why I'm actually particularly interested in your situation. I empathize with it.
Yeah. I guess when the moon is out, do the things you hear get louder, or...?
Somewhat. But they also become more precise. So throughout the day, it can be...
Actually funny. I guess I didn't mention this. The lights, now that the sun's gone down, I don't see them anymore. Now that it's dark out.
So either yours is tied to the sun or having more light around.
Possibly. I've learned they're still around. Sort of like how your information, things you see, are still happening, I guess? Even when it's not night.
Night, it tends to focus for me. I still hear them, but it's not competing. During the day, it's
again.
Are they?
Yes, they have.
Oh, I see. Well, I can still see the stars quite well from here.
Down here is just fine as well, I guess.
Yeah, sit in the grass, get a bit softer. I may not look it, but I'm much more loving of nature. If I could, I'd just not wear shoes. Just walk in the grass as much as I could. I used to be something of a hippie.
I don't mind having shoes. The amount of stone flooring tends to get annoying after a while.
Oh, very much.
Constant noise. A lot easier to quietly walk places.
Where I got more used to that kind of lifestyle, there wasn't a lot of civilization. Here, I very much prefer shoes. Given that there's a lot of flooring and hard surfaces. But if it was just the grass, that would be nice. So then, we will try to focus particularly on this subject, but it may, as I said, turn more general. My readings tend to. But it should be quite accurate, at least.
All right.
I could have your hands.
Yes. I can't really feel that hand right now.
Did something happen?
Broke my arm a little bit.
Ah, I see.
It'll be fine.
If it does hurt, I can simply do it with one.
I can't feel my hand and can't move my fingers out until it reseals.
Thankfully, that part isn't important. It's more, this is my anchor point for personal reading.
Okay.
All right. We will start, as I typically do, with the past, move into the present, and then the future.
All right.
For a brief explanation, for all of my readings, they tend to be riddles. They're not exact words, because if I give you an exact description, then it will become true. There is no way to change it at that point. But if I give you a less precise description, then it can still be more fluid.
All right.
All right. So we'll begin with the past. A singular point at both the beginning and the end, born from creation and destruction. Keep balance between both, walking the line. You will be their champion. Does that mean anything to you?
I'm not sure. It's just a little confusing, I guess. I need to think about it, I guess.
Perhaps give it some thought with all of these. Future thought may assist in it. Generally speaking, people tend to understand their past the most. The present and future can take a little more thinking. As for your present, I see a metamorphosis with only a dagger's edge holding you in place, lest you lose your balance. Poised on the brink, your future will be determined by the choices you make now. and your future. Death is in your future. A schism widens deep within you, and whether it will swallow you or not will depend on death. Life, however, will be held in your hands so long as you do not pierce death's veil. I'm sorry, I suppose none of these have answered your exact question. And that last one was a little more scary.
A little. So you said it's not set in stone?
No, no future is exactly set in stone, and that is why I did not give you an accurate description of what I saw. I translate it so that what I see is not directly influencing what you will do in the future. It is always, your future is never set in stone. You can always change your fate. And given what I saw in your present, that is very true in your case. What you do now will change much. I don't know what or who this dagger is, but perhaps they're important to it. Grounding you in a sense. Holding you from falling off that edge.
Okay, I think that makes at least a little sense. Even if it's not really the question I was looking to answer.
I do apologize.
No. Thank you.
You're welcome. If you do have any more questions, if there's anything I can help you with at all, just let me know. I know,
of course,
this overwhelming breadth of information can be a struggle. I myself struggled.
I have a lot to think about tonight, that's for sure. I might look to borrow a book or two from your library if you have any information. Been looking to learn more about the region of Abagua.
Of course. I have many books on Abagua. On the culture, on the region itself.
Yes, actually. History of the region, certainly, but I am interested to learn more about their culture.
Of course.
That sort of thing.
If
Their
you'd like,
values, what they hold dear.
I can gather them for you and bring them to your dormitory.
Sure. I would appreciate that.
Alright, I'll bring them by later tonight.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're very welcome.
Yeah.
I very much worry for that girl. I want to give her hope, but that death seemed very solid. But it's always possible that that could be far off in the future. I hope it is. Very far off.
Oh my! Stop! Stop! You stop! Behave.
You alright?
Yeah, I'm fine.
What the fuck was that
I got.
noise? Oh, them kisses were
Oh, it was a
loud.
bird. There was a bird.
Oh.
It was. I think it was a mouse too. No, it was a.
Might have been the evolution of a lemur. Be careful.
See, bird. Woo!
I hear a bird.
Okay, all right. Well, as long,
Hear a bird out here?
Yes.
A bird out here?
Obviously.
No, there's no birds.
There's plenty of birds on campus.
I mean, but I meant like in the close nearby vicinity. Like,
Wait.
ooh.
That girl carries a lot of power.
Yeah.
Hope she'll be alright. Don't worry about it.
Professor.
Good evening.
Lead the way.
I'm gonna get changed.
The more we worry, the more problems that will come of it.
Hello, Professor Crescent.
Good evening.
Oh, hello there, Professor Crescent.
Professor.
Howdy.
Professor.
Professor.
Miss Crescent.
This feels right to say it 4 times.
Yes.
More fun than professors.
These are the new ones.
I was about to say,
If you haven't met them
unfamiliar
before.
faces. I've
Yes,
briefly
we just
met one of
arrived
them.
Let me be the first. Let me be the first to introduce myself. I am Professor Cassidy Weston. At your service.
It
Hello,
is
Miss
nice to
Beryl.
meet
How are you doing?
you. Shantara Crescent. I'm the local librarian.
I'm glad to see you again. I'm doing alright.
Oh, so you're the librarian I've heard so much about.
Yes. Though I'm surprised you've heard much about
You know, they didn't. Oh, yeah. A lovely little flower told me, while she was giving me a tour, told me about you.
Never quiet.
She failed to mention how pretty she was, or you are, excuse me.
Oh, thank you very much. Now the other two of you, if I can have your names as well.
Valis Blazeheart, nice to meet you.
It's very nice to meet you. I assume you heard my name before, though I will repeat it as
I don't want
generally
to
people
make a
take
comment
time.
about your time.
Shantara Crescent.
But yes, I'm glad that you're here though.
Well, it's very nice to make your acquaintance.
Whoever is
Yes.
gonna be
And,
joining us.
I am
believe at the
Officer
ball.
Professor Neum
My
Deirdre.
cousin and the mayor
Deirdre.
could,
I'm a cultural anthropologist and a zoologist. I'll be teaching culture studies as well as histology.
Ooh. I'll be interested in
And I
those
believe
studies
that
then.
Panapi is doing a
Do let me
excellent
know
job
which books you might need.
so
I can
far.
obviously have them ordered in.
I just saw the Panapi run off with my cadet. for
Yes, I
some
was
reason,
actually already
and I'm a little
perusing the
worried.
library a little bit.
I'm going
We
to
do
Quite a
have
selection.
quite a few on culture. If any of you need particular books, just let me know. I do have a private collection that I keep
drinking. I'm sure that the
away from the
I
students.
was going to say where will
More
you be drinking,
advanced
as I believe
books
that
and
professors might want to
some
join you on
more
that.
fun ones. Fictional.
genuinely not sure. I brought a 300
Fun ones.
getting better at bottle of wine.
What kind of fun ones?
Well, that entirely depends on what you think of fun.
They have already had the introduction they have been given
you
today
popped
has
up
been a bit of a
about
chaotic
Yeah,
one.
I suppose you're right.
Anyway, they haven't had to.
If there's any particular
Maybe
types
you
of
might
books
have
you
what I'm
would
looking
be interested in, just let me know.
Even though I'm not talking on their behalf, I'm talking.
I absolutely will.
I have pretty much any
You
book
might
you
have the
think
books
of.
I'm looking for after all.
I'll let them.
Oh, well, that.
Not
You know-
every individual book that has ever existed.
I mean, that's fine.
I will
Most
actually-
genres.
I don't. I don't. I haven't really.
Yeah,
So
I get what you're saying. Yeah. Huh.
I guess
And
then
I'm
if
most likely
we're
to be doing a
also
lot of paperwork tonight, so
letting everyone know what
say so, but-
it is probably a good idea to
As
our specialties. I am a divination expert.
Oh, the one out to the left here.
That's what I have taught previously, and
You're going to have to repeat yourself.
not much else.
You want to walk
Really
the
only
edge of
have the
it?
one skill.
Well,
I actually am completely non-combat oriented, so if we ever go on a mission, if I'm walking around, just know that I could be killed at any
You
moment.
don't have to look down. You can look up.
chaotic
chaotic
game.
Well,
And especially just given
I can hold my own in a
yes,
fight.
some of them are probably not
I'll
gonna
make sure
see
not to
that
let
yet.
anything happen to you when we go out.
Thank you very much. And what do you teach?
Can't relate.
I am close quarters combat, and I know some evocation.
You know, I'm good at this having
see.
those sea lessons.
That does explain that then. And do you?
Lessons of
My specialty is actually in alchemy and melee evocation.
The cadets are
I
shooting
suppose
at
that
each
explains the bottle then.
But then-
May I ask what is in it?
Yes, indeed. Special enhancement brew, family secret recipe.
He's an elf!
Like to
Nice,
always
we've
keep
got
it
another
available
elf.
just in case.
Interesting. Well, I would love to make the rest of your acquaintance further, though I won't hold you. Seemed like you were going somewhere.
Yes, we were just about to go choose out a desk.
Understandable. I hope you enjoy it. I actually don't have a desk on campus. Mine is more private.
That's Miss Crescent's librarian.
Fair enough.
And
Well, again, very nice to meet your acquaintance, and hopefully see you around.
You as well.
Good. Wonderful meeting you, Professor.
It is nice to meet you as well.
Hope to see you around
I'll
sometime.
most definitely be putting in for some books for my classes, but
Of course. Simply leave
I shall see what
a
else.
message for me in the library. Thank you for the introductions.
yes,
Thank you.
Have a good rest of your first day.
Suppose I'm late to the party. She hasn't noticed yet. But probably about time that she does. And she's going to be mortified. Dear God. Well, that was a mistake on my part. Really? Really? Those are starting to do less and less. That's not a rice ball, but it is rice, and that's what I was going for. Perhaps it is time for me to fully depart then. Oh my goodness. You're so good at keeping this secret, aren't you, Crescent? So good. So good, in fact, that you let 4 teachers, actually, and a student all see your eyes. Brilliant and bright to see in the darkness, of course. Oh, you're such... This is probably why they wanted you to never leave. Wish I was actually as prim and proper as I looked. As I act. Really, you're just making more mistakes. I'll have to keep a very, very tight watch during the ball. Probably more guests coming. She's got very bright, pretty eyes. Perhaps I can trick them, make them think I didn't see anything at all. Now we're out of character. What time is it? I can technically go for 1 more hour, but I could use that time to make models. Because I have to go to bed at 2 tonight. 2 o'clock. Ah, my back. Oh my goodness. So I can actually show you guys. So this is Crescent when she is fully glamored, for those who are unaware. Glamour is hiding. So this is her hiding her eyes in this case, to look like something else. Here's it fading. Starts to glow. Almost really starts to glow. And fully, it will look like this. Which is very, very pretty. I love her eyes. Her eyes are one of my favorite things. As for the prophecy eyes, they are only used during very strong and immediate prophecies, often called the doom prophecies. And they look like this. The more special eyes. Very pretty. They do kind of glitter a bit, even. It's really nice. I don't remember. I need to add the ponytail on this one as well. Yeah, that's what she looks like. Only Chips and Shizu have gotten a full Doom prophecy. So I think I am going to end here, even though I could totally play some more Flora and get some more Flora time and have Flora, fun. But I'm so tired. And I want to try and get some work done. Let me turn it into a little baby. Bean. Because I do have an interview tomorrow, so I have to get off early. I have to go to bed, like I said, at 2, I think. Because I have to wake up at 9 o'clock. So that I can go to the meeting at 10. Or not the meeting, the interview. I have an interview tomorrow. Very excited. I might get a job. So Doom prophecies, generally speaking, come from DMs or they come from the person themselves. So if somebody wants a Doom prophecy from me, so like Stark wanted a prophecy from me, I don't think it was a full Doom prophecy. I don't think I gave him the eyeballs. I don't think I gave him the eyes when I gave him that prophecy. But I can't actually remember. I might have given them the eyes. Because that was one of those sudden ones. But yeah, they come from them. Yeah. Stark is the one who coined it, but I don't think that I used the eyes on him. But Chips, I gave the eyes. I gave him the eyes. Yeah, that's when she didn't remember giving. Also, when those eyes come up, that means that Crescent is not going to remember that prophecy. She does not know that one. Someone has to repeat that one to her. Yeah, Hannah got one too, actually. Hannah got one, a sudden one, but I don't think that one was Doom, full Doom prophecy. I think there is a clip. I think so. Anyways, I know Merlin is the lowest, but I think I am gonna raid Bibis in this case. Well, no. I want to raid Merlin. I want to raid lower. I like raiding people who have the lowest, so we'll go with Mervin. I also just really like Mervin. Mervin's really cool. I think his character's neat. Skull is lower? We can raid Skull? Why didn't you tell me? Oh my goodness. I haven't gotten to raid Skull like ever. He's never on at the time that I'm ending. Perfect. All right. As always, thank you for coming. Thank you for staying. I hope you guys have a good time. Our next stream should be on Wednesday, though it's always possible that we have a stream before then. But our next scheduled one is on Wednesday. That's when everything starts. But yeah, I will see you then. Goodbye, boys. Have a good night.